Hey guys, where's the professor?
Dude, I start jumping on the bed like
If the professor is 15 minutes late, we can legally leave the class. Yeah, we can.
Oh, fucking, I hope so.
I think this is my new favorite kind of Pop-Tart.
It's really good.
Is it?
It's a chocolate Pop-Tart.
I like the strawberry one a lot.
I do too.
Shut up. Oh, hold on, guys.
Who's that?
Who's that? Come in.
What?
The professor.
Is that the professor?
He's not 15 minutes late.
Hello, everybody.
I hate this guy.
And welcome back to Chimkin Pop.
No, that's dead. That's
Welcome
dead.
back to the Chimkin University lectures, where we have my favorite game.
All right.
No, this has nothing to do with the game.
No correlation. No correlation.
Okay.
So.
No correlation at all between Chimkin podcast and
Yeah,
Chimkin.
they stole.
They stole the Chimkin podcast format.
Yeah, they stole the Chimkin.
The Chimkin University. Yeah, they stole it from us.
So we had to steal it back.
You guys want to hear a story?
I do. I want to hear a tale.
Known to man.
I don't know if it's the worst game.
But nostalgia.
I didn't know you were doing a lecture on Skyrim today.
Oh, this beats out Skyrim.
Oh fuck.
Does it have erotica?
A few things I want to go ahead and not really, unfortunately. There's one character.
Skyrim.
She's gonna be your big titty goth girlfriend.
Ooh,
okay.
Except she won't be your girlfriend. She'll just be big titty and goth.
So not Morrigan.
No.
I'm gonna call her not Morrigan.
And not goth really. She's like weird. She really
So she's just like quirky big titty girl.
Yeah.
Alright, bet.
Always gotta have one.
Yeah. Okay. So a few housekeeping things to get out of the way. One, for the one commenter, which is Christian, saying, "What the dog doing?"
On every video.
My handwriting is pretty bad, but get over it. I'll say it out loud if you can't read it. Two.
This is, ironically, this is the best fucking board we've had since we changed up our studio. This is the only one you can actually fucking see.
For mine, it's gonna be so 8.
Two. I'm doing this off the top of my head because I don't need lecture or notes to do this game. I beat it anywhere from like 4 to 8 times.
Right.
Completely through max characters.
Where's he go? What the dog doing?
And the story's
Don't sit on his ass.
So instead of starting this off like everybody else does.
Okay.
Anybody here seem interesting to any of you? So the main protagonist here, antagonist here. Some protagonists can be antagonists, and some antagonists do become protagonists.
Okay.
Okay, I got a question.
Alright.
Is the antagonist written in red because they're bad?
Well, not all of them are bad. Some of them are just doing it because they gotta do it, you know? Yes.
I like Donna.
I like Donna too. She's probably the least interesting character.
I like her even more.
What type of woman?
No personality.
No, don't put that out of context. Don't put that out of context.
Lalim
is
the most... no lore about him. He just shows up and he's like, I'm a necromancer with an undead dragon.
That's
but he doesn't say anything. He doesn't speak English. He just goes...
Hey Drew, can Nick get one of those?
He just makes
No,
noises.
he can't. Can't
So,
get a Draco.
Housekeeping things to keep to get out of the way. Races in Grandia. Races.
Races.
Okay?
All right.
A lot of them are human.
I need to know how I can discriminate in Grandia.
So you got Yuki, main protagonist.
All right.
Human. You have Miranda. Human.
Okay.
Donna.
She a human?
Let's go.
All right. Let's go.
Raven.
Half human.
Okay.
He might be what I consider an elf. I don't know.
Okay.
So
I guess I can still bang him.
There's only one race that they ever they never bring up the fact that other people have different races, and it's only these characters that have different races.
What? So these are the only.
I'm gonna go look at it.
These are the only characters that are
different
members of another race in the entire game.
Yep. And it's never brought up. No one ever questions it. No one ever says anything about it.
How many? Okay, so since this is the first video about Grandia that's been posted in 10 years, how many lore nerds waiting in the wings are gonna jump out at you?
Because
I'm not scared about it at all.
Okay.
They don't even give a shit.
I know more lore than they do. Which is
Okay.
crazy. I know there's a flying, unfinished thing about the game. There's a flying whale in the sky that you can just talk to, and it has no lore purpose.
Holy
whatsoever.
fuck! Holy
No
fuck!
fucking
Are you the
way.
first? Are you the pioneer that discovered this floating
There was a
whale?
Reddit page where everybody was like, wait, no there's not. They hop on the game, and you can tell two hours later they post another post. Why is that there?
So you learned about the floating whale before half of the people on the subreddit learned about the...
How is the subreddit?
There's no Grandia 3 subreddit. There's a Grandia subreddit, and you'll see maybe one Grandia 3 post for every 20 Grandia posts. Because Grandia 1 and 2 are excellent games, along with Extreme. This is what killed the
The
Which one?
franchise. This is why we're never gonna see
But
Grandia
it has
4.
the. I will say, I'm a big RPG, JRPG, turn-based combat, like my favorite thing ever. Grandia 3 has the best turn-based combat out there.
Okay.
I have played a lot of the Final Fantasies, a lot of the Grandias. Kingdom Hearts, don't really care about it. Kind of a bad game in my opinion. Gonna piss everybody off.
I do agree. Kingdom Hearts makes no fucking
So,
sense.
let's get on with races, alright? Alfina. She's a human with just long, pointy ears.
Okay, so knifey or
Elf?
human?
Maybe.
Elf maybe. Okay.
But no one ever talks about it. Amelius, her brother,
Oh, Amelius is a villain.
Elf.
Okay. I could have guessed that. Do half elves exist?
Nope.
Okay.
And if they do, they're probably half elves because they have no. Ulf. I forgot a character. Oh well, we'll put him with Miranda. Ulf.
John
What
Russell
the
touched
fucking-
my phone and cracked it.
He touched your phone and
No, he
fucking.
punched it.
Ulf
Okay, Ulf.
has a tail.
Oh!
Okay.
Don't know why.
What
Oh,
kind
I
of
love him
tail?
already.
Just like a furry kind of like.
Is he like a
Almost a wolf.
Faunus from Ruby?
Almost like a wolf skull. No, he's completely human. Other than that.
So he's kind of like a Faunus from Ruby.
Question, Chris. What is the Grandia?
Bro,
HD
oh,
code?
no Ruby reference.
I
it'd
hate
be
Ruby.
Grandia
I
1.
agree.
I'm gonna do a
Is it
lecture on
only just that?
Ruby.
Probably.
It's
Just
it's a
volume
video
two.
game
This is why they
compilation.
should have died in 3.
Sorry, it might be Grandia.
Dude, I like Volume 3.
Volume 2 should have been the end of Ruby.
No, Volume 3 was pretty good.
And it wasn't.
I enjoyed it. Everyone died. Literally. Every
Yeah,
death.
that's why
everywhere.
there's no interesting stories after Volume 3.
Because everyone died.
Anyway, we're not talking about fucking Ruby here. We're talking about Grandia
heck.
3. Okay.
Has wings.
Oh.
Like
She's
Sex
not like-
in space?
eagle wings?
Nope. Like little fairy wings.
No sex.
Oh, okay, so she's not bird girl.
Sex in space?
I don't mind.
Now that we got that out of the way, let's jump into
One of the villains' races. Oh.
human, undead necromancer, god.
Nice.
Ah.
That's also the Dragon Age villain.
God.
Yep.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact,
Isn't
yes.
that the real life villains too? That's it. I'm doing real life lore.
With our main protagonist and a very bland character, Yuki.
Alright.
He was born in a small village, Frog Village, to, well, what you don't know is he was born to Miranda, who also looks like she's the same age, and we know nothing about his father. The game teases you, makes you think they're siblings at first, but no, she's his mother, so.
Troll.
And does she know this?
Yeah, she knows this.
Does Yuki know this?
Yes, she knows this.
Do they hit?
They,
So-
don't, they don't comment on it until Alfina asks.
Do they hit on each other?
Do they kiss?
What the
No,
fuck?
no, they're just like, so, yeah.
Okay.
Yuki is in this village with his friend Ronz, who's not even put up on the board because he has no character time whatsoever. He's a pretty interesting character.
Okay.
And they're like, let's build an airplane and fly across the ocean. Because
Fuck
only one
yeah.
other person has done that in this entire world. Sky Captain Schmidt. Oh god, Schmidt.
Earhart.
Is Schmidt a character from a previous game?
Nope. No characters from previous games. This is just
I
its own
play.
thing.
So it's its own universe, kind of like Final Fantasy?
Yeah.
Okay.
Teacher, I got a question.
Yes.
Do you play Rust naked or not naked?
Semi-naked. Half choked.
Alright, no, but
Alright,
I'm saying,
alright.
like, do you turn this character models naked or not naked?
Half naked.
All right, I feel that.
Okay.
I turn
Semi-chub.
him naked.
Oh.
I don't play Rust, but I play Ark that
So-
way.
Yeah, you don't want to play Rust that way.
Why?
The monster's
Yuki
so bad.
is this pilot. He's like aspiring to be this great pilot, sail across the sea, so fucking cool. Miranda, his mother's like, that's stupid. Why are you spending all your time in the fucking shack building planes with your gay best friend? She swears they're gay. I swear they're gay. She swears they're gay. They're not gay.
Okay.
And then they're like having this scuffle, blah blah blah. Rots is like, just build the plane and leave her one day.
Troll.
Good idea. We'll
Leave
do
her
that.
mom.
So they
Base.
their 19th plane. The other 18 have crashed.
Alright.
And, well, no, Yuki's the pilot. Rots is just fucking, he builds shit.
Okay.
So Yuki's,
builder.
one night he's gonna like sneak out and he's gonna go fuck shit up. And he sneaks out, he gets on the landing strip and goes and he's like, well, something's not right here. The balance on this plane, it's not going as high as I want it to be. That's because Miranda snuck on board because she's a complete badass. And she's like, yeah, maybe you should like fix that lever. And he's like, oh, okay, I'll fix it.
Okay.
What the fuck you doing here? But yeah, they end up crashing. But while they're crashing, they come across.
They all crash and die. We're good. We're good. The Sky was there too, boys.
Well, Yuki's like, oh, I see a person in danger off in the distance. I'm such a good boy. I'm gonna go help him.
Alright.
It's Alfina. She's being chased by Cornell. You don't know that yet, but he is.
Wait, okay, so are they also in skyships?
No. He is like one of the only people who can fly planes.
Okay.
Him,
How did
Schmidt,
he
and
learn-
there's like a small community of plane flyers.
Okay.
Everything else is like horses and walking.
It's a forgotten.
I
It's a
can
forgotten
believe
It's
technology.
fantasy. It's really weird, by the way, because
Alright.
there's some weird shit going on.
Alright, hold on. Before we go to this next bit, I'm gonna be right back. I forgot something.
I got a question.
Yeah. We're going. Stop talking about click.
Oh shit, we're going. Oh,
Yeah, we're going.
Okay. I got a question.
Yeah.
I forgot my question. It's
All right.
been so
Well,
long.
weird cut there, but.
I got a question.
Shut up.
No,
So
I know what it was now.
There's a new character here,
Oh, okay.
but I forgot about him, and he's a very small part. What's your question?
Alright, so whenever they all crashed, did they die and Yuki's just living
Nope.
in the afterlife?
Nope.
In Grandia?
Nope. Yeah, probably would have been a better story that way.
Oh. They all died in the end.
Damn!
Yuki's kind of like he flies down towards the trees, and Alfina's like,
Emergency
oh shit, they like, make
landing.
eye contact, and it's one of those like, it's gonna be a love story, isn't it? And everybody's like, ah,
Okay,
fucking,
well,
like,
fuck.
Let's do something about this.
Is she underaged?
No. Actually, yes.
Wait.
Both underage.
They're
He's-
both okay.
He's 16. I don't know how old she is.
God, I wish it
Well,
was 7.
she's an elf, so she can
Oh
roll
my
lines.
god,
That's not
God.
how elves work. Or maybe it is. They're not fucking elves. They're just humans with pointy ears.
No, in my canon, right? Then they live longer, so they age slower.
They crash and it like cuts to Alfina's point of view, where she's being chased by Cornell, the first villain of the story. He's pretty cool comedic relief character. You know, he's
Does
being
it have the,
chased. He's throwing
Undertale-
Goonies that way, or Goons, not Goonies. The fuck beat down your Goonies.
Does the Undertale Papyrus song plays whenever Corwell gets on? And it goes.
Is Yuki Ness and therefore Sans?
No.
Oh fuck.
I will say this, I would play you guys all the opening scene for this, because it's got one of the best J-pop opening scenes I've ever heard. Except the company who owns it copyright strikes every single person who plays a clip of that whatsoever.
Woo!
The first episode of a lot of Grandia 3 playthroughs are muted.
It's fucking great.
For the
Because they
intro?
Speed running Grandia 3.
For the intro, like for a good bit of it, it's muted. I'm like,
That
okay.
reminds me, there was this fucking thing, like, someone made a mod for Morrowind, like the opening scene in Morrowind, and they somehow got the rights to the opening scene in Morrowind, so now you just can't fucking include it in any playthrough.
Based.
Yeah.
Based.
They just make so much fucking money from that.
So,
Yeah, at least they did when people were
Back
playing
on
Morrowind.
track.
Alright, yeah, back on track.
I wonder
Uh,
what they
Yeah.
Yuki and Miranda have this like little tutorial combat against some of the goons, and they're like, oh shit, you beat the fuck out of us. And they go through the forest killing a bunch of shit, you know, your normal RPG kind of thing.
Classic murder.
They both are like running over to Alfina's rescue. They see her, and then out of nowhere, this knight in shining black and red armor is like, "Hey yo, you two, like, knock it off. I'm talking to Alfina." And they're like, "Ah, no, she's with us." Raven, cool character, mysterious. He can like teleport and shit,
That's
or
cool.
move very quickly. I don't know.
The
Oh,
Flash.
that's my favorite.
He's
This
a
is
Flash.
my favorite game.
Don't worry. When eventually we get through to playing the game, you'll understand why all this doesn't make any sense.
Because it
Because
doesn't
the
make
game
any
doesn't
sense.
make any sense.
Alright, nice.
What
nice.
is
You, alright,
I was ready for the Skywheel.
yeah, whenever we gotta
Skywheel
go see
is
the Skywheel.
quite a while away.
Woo! We
Holy shit.
failed.
How long is this game, by the way?
You could speed run it in like 10, 15 hours
Alright, fuck that.
if you're like skipping cutscenes and all that.
Yeah,
But
my
it's,
coffee,
it's a
my
decent length.
I
So
can't,
yeah,
you know, but-
Raven's like, "Hey yo, you know, Alfina, come back. You ran away from home." And she's like, "Nah, I don't wanna. I got stuff to do. I gotta go find my brother." And Everybody's like, "Oh, brother, kind of cool, step bro."
Yeah.
Miranda and Yuki are like, "Alright, come back to the village." She goes back to the village, that's cool. They're in Enfrog Village, the smallest village known to man. It's got like 8 people, smaller than Dibble.
There's no fucking way that village is smaller than Dibble
It's
Oklahoma.
I'm gonna have to go eat crackers in your bed, dude.
Dude, does that mean
I
every
do that so many fucking times,
Dude,
dude.
you must hate it.
Dude,
You
does
regret
that
it.
mean every single one of those people that's in the village are related?
Probably.
Oh my
They're
god.
probably in.
It's
Nice.
a village, let's go!
So you're in the village, you're like, "Oh shit, let me go get some herbs from the shop because Alfina's
Let me go
hurt."
get some areas from my
Go get
cousin.
the herbs, come back. Alfina's like, "I'm feeling better now than you." And then Miranda walks in, "Ayo, what you got doing?"
Sex.
You go to sleep, you wake up the next day, and then boom, big man. He's 7'6", huge
Holy
metal,
shit.
huge metal arm that's like a crushing kind of thing, and normal arm, and he's like, "Hey yo, give me the communicator." What the fuck's a communicator? We don't know, but you now know that Alfina's a comm. She's got comms.
What the fuck?
She has comms?
She has comms.
Yo, click off.
Give me the
Click comms,
communicator.
click comms. Okay,
And
so
then-
wait, is this the first Grandia game that was in a different universe, or the other two?
I think they're all in different
Okay.
universes.
Final
But,
Fantasy.
Why the fuck? What if there's no correlation in between any of them?
It's really not. That's what Final Fantasy does as well.
Why
Yeah. There's like Final Fantasy games maybe receive one sequel.
And the sequel is usually not very good.
Yeah, sequels usually shit.
Woo!
Final
shit
Fantasy
six.
X2, if none of you believe me, if you played through all of that and didn't hate it, that sucks, man.
Your opinion's trash.
Your opinion's wrong. Final Fantasy X. best
Incorrect
game out there. Final
opinion,
Fantasy
what'd you
X
say?
Nah. So, yeah, Alfina's a communicator, which also means in terms of Amelia's a communicator, but we don't know that now. We don't know who the fuck Amelia
So it's a
is.
biological thing?
Yeah, I think so.
So do elves just kind of become like communicators?
No, not all elves are communicators. You'll learn because fucking
Bro, get your phone off my car.
actually no, there's like a village of elves,
Yeah.
but there's only like 10 of them. So is it really a village or a community? It's
I
Arcra.
wouldn't call it a
What
village.
the
I would call it a gathering.
It's
What is the population of this world? Because it feels like 50 people.
Well, 50 people, and then you go to fucking the main city, and there's like a couple hundred.
Holy shit.
That's
What?
where Schmidt's chilling.
What?
Man,
the fuck?
But I thought he
Wait.
went across the ocean.
He did go across the ocean.
And then he came back?
No, you can go across the ocean, and like you will eventually. You get an airplane eventually.
You build
What's on the
another
other
one.
side?
What?
What's on the other side?
World?
Like uninhabited?
Nope.
Like there's people there?
Yep.
Well, then they don't fly to us?
Nope. Why would you want to go there? Arcra, or not Arcra, but Anfrog is trash. It's like 8 people.
Oh,
No one
okay.
knows about it. It's a hidden village in the
I
woods.
see. And but they made planes.
But they can make planes. Rots and Yuki somehow get the materials to make planes.
How do they learn how to make planes? Is my question. Like, it's just like.
The opening scene, Yuki's watching a movie of Schmidt flying across the ocean. And he's like,
Is this like Up?
He just goes, bingo.
Is this like fucking Up?
Bingo, boys.
and then
Bingo, boys, I got it.
It cuts like 10, 15 years later, and he's like building a plane, and I'm sitting there. You know, the first couple times playing through, I'm like, it's whatever, they can get this material. I'm like, wait, no, there's no settlement nearby. You gotta walk through like 8 years of forest to get to anywhere. And anywhere you go to a fucking harbor, but we're skipping. So, Yuki, Miranda, blah blah blah. Alfina, they beat the shit out of Cornell. He's like, I'll be back for you. You know, kind of his villain thing. Yuki, Alfina, Miranda, they all head out. Now, the cool thing about this game is there are scenes where all the characters sit down and eat. You click on them and they'll talk to each other. Well, they'll
Nice.
ask a question and then, you know, it's some character building.
Like some Dragon Age campfire scenes.
Kinda. Yeah, but
Okay.
it's a bit more actual, like, all characters are talking to each other. It's
Okay.
not just one.
Alright,
dude.
so I like that. I do actually like that.
There's only 4 that are required in the game. You can go through and do
Right.
more, but most people don't. And that's another reason why people believe that the game's bad. They don't explore it enough. They don't do. You run through the story and you don't.
So
go back
you
and,
are the like grand master of everything Grandia 3. You've done everything?
Now here's the thing.
It's always
There's not much to do.
Okay.
There's give or take 3 side quests throughout the entire game.
Holy shit.
I just want to get the sword that everyone can't get.
And don't worry, whenever I bring everything over here to play it, I will grind for the sword for an hour with you guys, and you guys will realize how stupid and boring it is.
Nice. Did you ever get
Me
that
too.
sword?
Nope. Still haven't.
Maybe
Only
playing
have the
Hypixel.
staff. The spirit staff that Alfina uses.
Maybe playing Hypixel Skyblock a bit. Oh, fuck,
How
I
many
dropped
times has that sword dropped in history?
As accurately, I don't know, but I've seen a few videos where people have it. Now, does that mean that they cheated and got
Yeah.
it? Probably.
Dude,
It's
I
a
would
really
fucking
stupid-
cheat.
I reckon it's a pretty low number of spawns. Not because
Because nobody
it's
fucking plays it.
it's impossibly rare, but because nobody plays Grandia 3.
No one plays Grandia 3, and also it's a 50-50 drop with the spirit staff and sword, and other drops that this creature can drop. So, anyways, yeah, you 3, you're like, oh, you go through the villa, or you go through a bunch of forests, killing a bunch of bugs and other creatures and shit. There's a bunch of just random creatures that have no lore whatsoever. There's these pink, small, muscular creatures that walk around. You beat the shit out of them. They're like, I don't know. It doesn't make
Do you
sense.
just kill them?
Yes.
Do you ask questions first?
No.
Good.
You just slaughtered.
Classic.
Miranda, you know,
RPG.
she's like, I know the forest and shit, and she got a bunch of cool fucking texts that help you
She's
walk through
comms.
the character. This game isn't hard until 2/3 of the way through,
Okay.
where there's a huge jump in difficulty, and you immediately notice, like, That's the biggest fucking jungle. And it's like, oh, the game's just hard now. Cool.
Do we ever meet Yuki's dad?
No. Nothing's
okay.
known about Yuki's dad. Yuki's dad is fucking, I don't know.
Yuki's dead.
Dude, I like the idea that she
It's
like
all
just
fucking
butted.
She butted.
Yeah, she butted and he came out.
So you three,
Classic
like,
sponge
you go
movie.
traveling for a while.
Fucking
Eventually,
ass.
Cornell shows up. You beat the shit out of Cornell again. Cornell's like, damn. And then you learn a character trait about Alfina. She's naive. I'm not gonna write it down, but she's very naive and very like nice, lovable character. That's all she is.
Classic
Throughout the
Japanese
It's
women.
calm.
Classic Japanese women.
Yeah, she's just like, you're, Miranda's your badass. Yuki's just like, I'm here.
Base.
Classic Japanese male protagonist.
classic, just absolutely personality void Japanese
I
protagonist.
fly airplanes and I'm determined.
He's
And
fucking
classic-
Kirito.
Oh, guess what? He has a signature move. He just thumbs up people whenever it's the end of the cutscene.
Nice.
This
It
motherfucker.
happens at least 15 times throughout the game.
You
So
could
stupid.
you could interchange like every male anime protagonist with each other, and there'd be
There's
no
a lot of them
difference.
that you can't do. Yuki actually looks a little, like, kind of close to Kirito.
They all have black hair.
Mhm, he's
They're
got
all
black
in their
hair.
fucking teens, and maybe have glasses sometimes.
He's got
And they got a
goggles,
big sword.
He's
Oh, they got a big sword?
He's got a small sword.
Oh.
He's
I
like
got a big sword.
a short sword.
No, you don't.
Amelius, he's got like Cloud Sword from fucking Final Fantasy VII.
I got a short sword, bro.
So
Dude,
you go through, you get shit out of Cornell. He's
Dude,
like,
I got
"Oh,
a
shit."
bastard sword. What do you mean?
You learn that like Alfina, after you beat the shit out of him, she's like puts a blanket on him because he's stuck
Okay.
in a hole.
The
And
knife.
they're like, oh, you're gonna get cold
yeah,
tonight.
kunai, bro.
You get to a beach. Now, it's not a beach episode, don't worry.
No!
And there's like this barrel that you guys kind of walk up to and you hear yelling coming out of it. Enter this man. Now, guess what? Guess what his race is?
What's his race?
Not elf?
Human?
Not human? He doesn't have a tail?
He got bird ears?
His horns.
Kunari.
Oh
Why?
my god!
It's just small
So-
horns that poke up and go
Small
through his
little
hair.
horns.
Yep.
So, tail, horns, and wings so far.
Tail, horns, wings, long ears.
And why'd you put Alonzo with Miranda?
Because they
Nice,
Well,
nice.
Alonzo's
Yuki
not in the game
dad.
very long. Alonzo,
Oh.
you have
So
to
he
hear about
shows
Alonzo.
up, fucks Miranda, and then
He
leaves.
shows up, and then Alfina gives him, she's like, he notices a brooch that she has, a very expensive brooch. And he's like, hey yo, that's really cool, can I look at it for a second? Yoink, runs off with it. And you're like, hey yo, come back.
They stole the communicator.
Come back here. You chase after it. You chase him through a bunch of things, you kill a bunch of enemies, they're just fucking flies and shit and different types. And he shows up and he's at a port where the only thing at this port, by the way, is one singular ship, one dock, one place to dock your ship.
Nice.
And guess what?
What?
A place to gamble. A tent that you can gamble at. That's all it's at this dock.
Nice. It's like a Sea of Thieves fucking outpost, not gonna lie.
You run into a dock, and you see Alonzo there gambling with a brooch. Now, Blanca, I think her name is, straight up just, she like doesn't lose when it comes to big things. Everybody's like,
Okay.
damn, this is rigged. Well, no, you're gambling. It's gonna be in the House of Favor, duh.
Yeah.
So the three of you guys, and Blanca, or whatever the hell her name is, has a huge crush on Alonzo. Alonzo's like, I'll put, after he loses the brooch, he's like, I'll put my hand in marriage against you if you give everybody's stuff back once we won. Because there's a bunch of sailors there that are like, we've lost everything.
We're poor.
So wait, okay, so Miranda,
And
she gambles her hand in marriage.
no, Alonzo does.
Oh, Alonzo.
Is he fucking?
Yeah, he's like, after he loses the brooch, he's like, alright, tomorrow I come back and I gamble my hand in marriage against Blanca, or whatever the hell her name is. It's something like that.
Okay.
Who has a huge crush on him, but he doesn't like her because she's a fat whore.
Nice!
Damn. They talking
Sailor
about
boy.
that.
And everybody's like, you can't do that. Nobody ever wins against her. It's a card game. It's
Let
like,
me guess. Does he win against her?
well, you go back the next day and Miranda's all over Alonzo, distracting Blanca while she's rolling the fucking dice. And he does this cool, like, he flicks a coin and it hits the dice, and she's like, no, it should have landed on 12, and 12's an immediate loss. And everybody's like, what do you mean it should have landed on 12? And she's like, well, I guess I can give you the brooch back in a ring. And everybody's like, hey, get the fuck out of here, and run her out of town.
Nice.
Cool, everybody gets their stuff back.
Why didn't they get run out of time fucking before?
Well, because, No.
There's no laws.
They could have
Grandia
just beat her the fuck up and took the
There's no
brooch.
laws. You're in the fucking harbor.
Yeah.
Attend the fucking game.
You're in
Yeah,
half of the civilized world, to your fucking knowing, is in this tent with you.
You've never seen anybody else.
Yeah.
Well, they're sailors, so they've
Okay.
been across the ocean.
Okay, but they just
So
don't
they have
fly.
to the big port town.
Holy shit.
So, before protagonists win, woo, you get
Alright.
on Alonzo's boat, and he's like, yeah, it's so nice to have my boat back. And he has this bonding moment where Yuki says,
Isabella.
oh, it feels so cool to have my plane so I could fly. And he's like, yeah, having my boat's like you flying, I guess. That's kind of cool. And a bunch of birds show up and attack. After a food scene, a bunch of birds like show up and attack, and Alonzo's like, that don't make sense. Something isn't going on here. Something, no, 2
Birdemic.
+ 2 don't make 4. And as you guys are all about to die to a bunch of birds and shit, a bunch of flying, eating, nasty, mutated, gigantic birds, Ulf shows up on a flying dragon. Tiny dragon shows up on it. It's called Shiva, I think. He's a little dragon. He shows up and he scares off all the birds, and he's like, damn, hey, yo, what's up, Alonzo? And they do like a...
They dab each other up.
And then he's like, hey, yo, what's up, Yuki? And bites his hand.
Okay.
Because in his culture, that's what they did. They bite each other's hand.
Nice.
What culture is that? I don't know. Dragon culture?
Base.
Sure.
Dragon.
Wait, but they did it by on.
Do Ulf,
No.
do Ulf and
Which is-
Alonzo spit roast Miranda at any point in the game?
No.
Damn it.
Ulf and... People ship Ulf and Donna. I don't ship Ulf with anyone.
Ships exist for this game?
I'm gonna ship
The 3
Wolf and
people who
Alonzo.
played it.
Okay, the 3 people who played
I'm
it ship
gonna
it.
ship-
You're the 4th one, the outcast, is here.
Well,
Yeah, they don't like him very much.
one
he's,
that-
he's a rogue, he's a scoundrel in the Grandia 3 community.
So, yeah. Fun.
Okay.
Ulf shows up and then he's like, I'll eat with you tonight, and another eating scene, and you learn that like Ulf has this insane appetite that can never be, is one of his character tropes. He just
Me.
eats a lot.
Classic
Another
anime
classic
side
anime
character.
Yeah.
And then Yuki's like, you
Is he
can't-
also the big strong guy that throws rocks and shit?
No, he's actually
Oh, okay.
kind of like he's a bit of a twink. He's kind of short.
Okay.
Hey,
Who's
Oh,
the big
classic
who's the rock
small-
guy?
But he's a twink in the way that he's
Classic
short,
small
but he's also
Japanese
like
male who can eat a ton of food.
he's also got like a bunch of the strength aspects, but
Okay.
he doesn't have like unnatural strength. Like
Okay.
in the game, he's your brute, high HP character, but he's just kind of like Yuki's probably taller than him.
Okay.
Yuki's slender build, kind of your protagonist.
I want to look up this little fucker.
I want
Yeah,
you to
I'm gonna
look up
what these
Miranda
people
for me.
look
Yeah.
I'll go with the graphics, would you say?
Yeah, look at these characters.
The graphics are pretty insane. They're pretty positive.
pretty
PS2.
cool. Like better or worse than Dragon Age Origins?
But they're about the same.
Okay, all right. I can get off the Dragon Age Origins. So.
Okay. Well,
oh,
Ulf's like, oh, you're
Come on,
going to
play
talk to,
games.
you're gonna go talk to Sky Captain Schmidt. I know him, and it's like, you know the legendary Sky Captain Schmidt? He's
Yeah.
like, no, I know the old fart Schmidt who lives in his fucking garage all the day. He's like, damn, do you think he'd build me a plane? It's like, yeah, he used to build people planes. If you go to Randoto Island and get him this fruit that only grows there, and everybody's like, ooh, let's go to Randoto Island. It's like right there. And everybody's like, cool, let's go. Randoto Island, you show up, you can kill a bunch of shit. And then you get to this big tree, because I'm skipping over, because there's no lore there. It's just an island filled with creatures that
If
you
you go to
kill.
Randoto Island, right, we can get a fruit. Okay, we go to Randoto Island and get a fruit. And
Acquires
the
fruit.
hero's
They-
journey.
the name is just really funny to me.
Randoto Island?
Yeah.
Well, you go there, you kill a bunch of shit, and then you get the fruit, and you're like, oh, big fruit. And then this Minotaur just jumps down and boss fights. Why? I don't
Is it
know.
Alonzo's cousin?
It was his fucking fruit.
Well, you guys beat the shit out of the Minotaur, and it's like, whew, cool. That's done, right? And then rumbling. By the way, there's been a bunch of like earthquakes recently, and everybody's like, that's really fucking weird. Why does that keep happening? Don't make sense.
Someone's fracking.
So as you guys are like leaving, there's this big open space, and boom, Earth collapse. There's a burst sphere. What the hell is that? None of these guys know, but Alfina knows.
Athena
She's
knows
like,
what a burst
She
is.
knows a little bit because she's a communicator.
Okay.
You got Alfina gets like sucked in.
She has Wi-Fi in her head or something.
Yeah, Alfina gets sucked in, and Yuki's like, no, this girl I've known for like a week.
Alfina!
That's exactly what happens.
That's
And then he runs and he dives in. And
Oh,
then,
classic.
and then Miranda's like, Yuki! And she's gonna run and dive in, but Alonzo like grabs her arm, don't be stupid. And she's like, but it's my son.
And then Ulf is like, yo! And he jumps.
No, Ulf is gone by this point. He just leaves.
Good.
Does he ever come back?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So,
He
yeah.
went to find a
Yeah,
bad game.
Alonzo stops Miranda, and you and fucking Alfina and Yuki are like in
They make out in the cave.
well, they're both down there in this burst sphere. So you drop into the sphere, you get this weird like effect. And
Is
then
it like a
you're in
Fortnite
new
rift?
world.
Wait, like a new world?
A new world.
Oh, okay.
No.
Like a Minecraft randomly generated
No.
world?
No.
This world is strange.
The upside down.
The way that Alfina explains it is cold and lifeless and kind of like.
The upside down.
So as you're there, it's very bright, it's very pretty, but in a dark and like a strange way. Everything has been turned to glass. You're walking along the road, and then you hear like this violin playing. You're like, oh shit! Wait, there's people here, and fucking Alvina's like, there's people here. That's crazy. Heck, fucking this big, this big. She's really short, playing a violin.
Nice.
And 800 years old or something.
Nice.
So she's your lolly that's 800 years old.
Woo!
And then Alfina's like, oh, come here. Why is
That's
this
my
such a-
favorite character.
Why is it such a sad song? Like, oh, you're so alone and quirky and shit. You should be with somebody. Take my hand. And like, Heck doesn't really say anything, but just takes her hand. And she's like, oh, it's so cold. Why are you so cold? And she's like, I'll send you back to your. Heck's like, I'll send you back to your world. Sends him back to his world.
Is that the only time we ever see Heck?
No,
Oh, okay.
these are reoccurring characters.
Okay.
Well, the Guardians, we don't know much about them. Well, you do know that at this point you don't really know much. So, boom, you go back to your world. Cool.
Alright.
Then there, Miranda and Alonzo are fighting this big demon-esque creature, and they're like, hey, yo, help, and boss fight. Then after that, Miranda just walks up to Yuki. That was stupid. What you did was stupid. He's like, do you say about me? And it's like, no.
It was fun.
No.
No, you should have waited.
No, you should have stayed here with me.
Should have stayed.
And then Alonzo's like, yeah, Yuki, that was irresponsible for your mother. And he's like,
But thank you for giving me some alone time with her.
Oh, yeah. Water down here. That means it's going to town.
Like I'm not Alonzo's just fucking.
get back on the boat, have a food scene. The food scene's very like quiet and
Did the bird show up again?
no birds.
Okay, thank
So
God.
this is the second food scene?
This should be the third one. There's one with in like a camp with Yuki, Alfina, and Miranda,
Okay.
where Alfina, you learn that she can't cook whatsoever and like poisons the soup.
Nice.
And Yuki's like,
God,
good,
what
guys,
you doing
I
that
swear.
for? What you doing?
Does he go, Alfina, it's
I
good,
don't
I
drink
swear.
tea.
and then
I
he
don't
keeps
drink
eating and then he
water.
passes out.
I don't drink tea. I don't drink water. I only drink Dr. Pepper.
So you kill the fucking bird thing, and everybody's like, oh shit, and then it's quiet, and then you guys get to the new city, the big city across the ocean. Like, you know, Yuki and Alonzo bond a little bit. Miranda's like fucking quiet in the corner, and everybody's like, what the fuck's wrong with Miranda? She's like, I'm okay, I promise. Get to the new city, and everybody's like, whoa, 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 poggers.
We
You go
finally
out.
made it to New
Alonzo and
York.
Miranda, they decide to go shopping for like something,
Nice.
leaving Yuki and Alfina alone.
Oh.
And then Miranda and Alonzo have this talk, and it's like, but he's my son, I don't want him to leave with Alfina. And she's like, well, Miranda's like, or fucking Alonzo's like, yeah, but like, he's your son, he's your baby, he's not a baby anymore, he's gonna leave. And she's like, I guess you're right,
And then Alonzo goes, you can baby me all
Yeah,
day.
we can have so many
Well-
babies.
I'll baby you.
Yeah.
You get there, Yuki and Alfina go to Schmidt's place. You ask around town, you go to Schmidt's place,
All right.
walk in there, and he just doesn't say anything the entire time. He's like walking around doing things, and then Yuki's finally like, I brought you this fruit. And then Schmidt just puts his hand out,
Okay.
takes the fruit, goes to take a bite out of it. He can't take a bite out of it. It's too fucking hard. Alright? Then he makes it into he goes over this little tool.
Did he know this was gonna happen?
Yes. 'Cause he makes it into like a model plane. And he sets it
What?
up. Yeah, the fruit is not edible. He makes it into like a model plane with a bunch of tools and shit. And he's like, yeah, it's cool. Okay, I'll build you one chip. You get one chip for free.
So he
Only
gives them the
because-
model plane.
What?
So he gives them the model plane.
No, he keeps it.
Oh, okay.
But he's like, I'll make you your little.
Why did he try to bite the fruit?
aeroplane? I don't know, to check it was real.
I mean,
don't know.
you got a point right
That's
there.
true. That is.
He got a point.
So he's like, come back tomorrow. I'll have your plane so that you can go.
Why
and
did he specifically need this fruit to make a model plane?
You
He
like
did.
making-
He just needed to make sure you were worth it or some shit.
Oh,
I
okay.
don't know.
the hero's journey.
Yeah, so they go back, and then there's a scene between Yuki, Alfina, Miranda, and Alonzo where you know this is the end of all of them together. Because Yuki and Alfina are about to go on the plane and go fucking far away.
Okay.
Miranda and Alonzo are going to stay on the boat. And
Do we follow two separate stories? Okay, no, we just leave Miranda and Alonzo.
I think that's a good ending.
I think that is a good ending.
Yeah, you just kind of like,
each other.
they're
I'm
all
happy
like having
for
a good
them.
time. They're like, hey, yo, you know, tomorrow's going to be great. And Miranda's like, tomorrow.
Tomorrow I'm about to get fucked.
Oh, dude, I have fucking 24 hours, dude.
So Yuki refers to
When these fucking kids are gone, dude, I'm just gonna go to town on Alonzo.
Yuki only refers to Miranda as Miranda.
Okay.
But in the flying away scene, he's like, Mom, and then she's like, oh, she come here, Mom. Fucking, I don't know. Boom, both of them bugs. Now, I guess I did skip a little bit. Alfina does tell us that she's a communicator, and then everybody's like, what the fuck does that mean? It means I can talk to these ancient beings called guardians. And everybody's like,
Base.
okay, cool, so what
The Oracle.
She's like, oh, I'm going to Arcriff Temple so that I can try and find my brother. He might be there. And they get in the plane, like, going to Arcriff, cool, and this big, giant serpent, alright? Like, huge serpent that has no significance to the story whatsoever, alright? With Amelius riding on it, is just going, and then Alfina's like, we gotta get close to that, I think there's my brother, and they get close, and it ends up, the ship blows up again, and then he's like,
God fucking damn!
that's exactly what he like crashes it, he's like, God, dude, this is so annoying.
They literally got the ship 5 minutes ago.
Exactly, they get it and they crash it within minutes, and he's like, dude, Schmidt's gonna.
Does he ever get a working fucking ship?
Yo,
we'll
one
get there.
second. Mom call.
Okay, wait, Mom's calling.
Hello?
Okay, we're
But once
back.
the story's done, there's some stuff on the back I want to go over.
Okay.
Alright.
So, you guys are on the plane, you go to Arcriff, big serpent in the sky crashes you. He has no significance to the story, that serpent has nothing to do with the
Alright, I
story.
got a question, right?
Is it
Who do you
related?
think would win in a fight? A sky whale or giant serpent?
This giant serpent said one time.
See, the whale thing in the sky seems more like a pacifist.
Oh.
Pacifist run?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Alright, that answers my question.
So, you can't actually go into the sky here, so you still can't learn about the sky whale that has no significance to the story whatsoever.
Okay.
So, yeah, Yuki, Alfina, they crash, they fight their way to Arcriff Temple, and once you show up, the people at the gate are like, Ayo, halt, and then Alfina's like, I'm a communicator, I am the communicator, and they're like, Alfina, we haven't seen you since you were like 8, and she's like, I know, let me in.
Wait, she's not 8?
No, she's like 16-ish.
Well, I'm not interested anymore. She's not that underage.
She shows up and everybody's like, oh, it's Alfina. It's cool because tomorrow there's this. For some reason, within 2 days, the meeting with Griff, which is one of the guardians, is happening conveniently. Cool.
Convenient, nice.
So she's like, I guess I'll do it. That's cool. I was here just to see Amelius, but fine. I'll go seek the guidance of the guardians of the galaxy.
Wait, Amelius is her brother?
Yes.
Wait, he a bad guy?
Yep.
What?
Don't ask
While
me.
you're there, does she have the nightmare yet? I can't remember. I think she has the nightmare later. So cool, you guys are chilling. You get this like scene where it like backs out, and you see from the point of view that Cornel and some unnamed woman with blue hair and a tight bodysuit that is red
Oh!
Yeah.
is
What's
both-
Is she a bad girl?
She's the bad girl.
What's
Oh! What's this game called again?
Well, okay, the meeting happens, and then you're talking to Griff, and Griff's like, just know, Alfina, that no matter what, love your brother, even though he's gonna kill us all, love
This
your
guy
brother.
fucking, oh my god.
She's just like a giant fucking bird, I think.
What?
As a guardian, she's a giant bird.
Do you think the bird takes a shit whenever it leaves on
It's
someone?
Grandia, if you're right. Question right. So is this gonna like a fever dream?
It feels
Like a fever
It feels
dream?
like a fever dream that someone like stitched together.
Okay.
That's amazing.
Does it feel like someone who's trying
Whoa,
to tell
the
you the
professor
events
just
of their
dabbed.
dreams?
It feels like they went for something big, didn't have the budget for it, and made it something very simple. There's so many things I'm like, that could have been more explained or better none, and it's like, it's not. I also think the company that makes Grandia was bought out right around this time.
Okay.
I got another question.
Yes.
You said, what was the blue-haired skin suit woman name again?
Violetta.
Oh, her
Dude,
name's hot
don't even
too.
turn that over.
Yep. She'll,
Question.
she'll step on you.
Is there like mods for Grandia?
Not that I know of.
Is there sex mods for Violetta? look it up on Pornhub.
Can I
if you
find porn?
it.
Can I
Oh,
find?
I don't think you'll find anything good. There's a few images. Don't worry.
I don't need it all. I don't need what's good. I just need something to
It's
work the
mainly
imagination.
Oh.
You only get like Alfina and there's some Donna.
Oh.
So, yeah, at this point in time,
Okay, so
you don't see them again.
Okay.
Ever.
They're
Except
not
for
even
in
at
the
the
ending
end.
cutscene.
Oh, okay.
No!
In the ending cutscene, they're both on a boat.
They're fucking
Are
in
they
the boat.
fucking?
No, they're just like, I think it's a picnic on a
Hang
boat.
on, I'm going to Grandia 3, Rule 34.
They just have sex on the boat and live their
Probably.
lives. Nice.
But these guys are gone.
I'm on a boat. Yeah, it's
So,
moving fast.
while Alfina's talking to Griff. Don't worry, they're looking at Grandia 3 porn.
Okay.
We're gonna take a minute break.
John Ross, go.
We were doing research.
Anyways, yeah, so she's having this meeting with Griff, and then fucking Emilius shows up with his giant longsword. Like, imagine Cloud's longsword from Final
His
Fantasy
key
VII.
sword or whatever it's called.
His key sword.
You're mixing up a bunch of different games there.
Okay.
He shows up and he just cuts off Griff's head.
And equally.
Nice.
And then pulls out this little orb. Pulls out this little orb that just fucking like grows a bunch of red tentacles. That destroy the tower. Yep.
Why was that on all? Or not?
Correct.
That was not on Roll 34.
That was
Nah.
not on there, yeah.
So that happens, and then everybody's leaving, and then fucking at this point, Griff dies.
What?
Fuck
But she,
yeah.
but she told Alfina, no matter what happens, love your brother.
Do you get to choose if she
And
looks for
what is Griff again?
Just this giant fucking bird that's a guardian. Yep.
She's a bird girl?
So
It's a bird guardian.
a little bit of lore behind everything. You'll learn this later in the game, but I'll go through this right now. There were guardians back in the day. There were like 12 or something like that, and one of them, Zorn, was like, humanoid creatures suck. Why don't we just
Murder.
kill them all,
Nice.
or do something to them that'll just make them suck less? And the rest of the guardians are like, no, we're here to protect the superhumans no matter what. And fucking, there's a big war between 11 other guardians and Zorn. Zorn kicks their ass mostly. But
What
So
the
they're-
fuck? Is he just OP?
Mhm.
That's
So
just
they're
so
like
stupid.
giant animals.
Who
Yeah.
created them?
Okay.
Who created them?
God.
Zorn.
They are gods.
Zorn
supposedly.
created
Yeah, they are God. They
Yeah,
created
I'm about to go to
themselves.
sleep. I'm about to go to sleep.
But
I'm
Zorn kind of does lose. He kills like, let's see.
6, right? Because there's 5 left.
Well,
Oh. Okay. Okay.
there's 4 left in the end. So 12, 11. So fucking, I don't know. Math is hard. He kills like 8 of them, 7 of them, 7 of them. Kills 7.
Then
Uh,
Emilius kills Griff.
That's why you felt
And then Amelia just goes, yeah, I didn't kill her.
Is she called?
Roll.
Is she called Griff because Griffin?
Probably.
Nice.
Griff dies and they're all running away and fucking Yuki's like, I'll fucking kill you, you fucking bitch. And Alfina's like, no, he's my brother, we gotta love him.
Is Drac a dragon?
Try to guess, okay.
Okay. Let's go over to the Guardians. So Drac's a dragon. Griff's a griffin bird. Eagle.
Yort?
Yote, that's a goat.
Yep.
Holy shit! Seba's a lion.
No, a snake.
It's kind of like a giant horse creature.
Oh, okay, that's a little weird.
Okay.
What's the bottom
Wama is
Oh,
Giant lizard?
Unima.
Unima.
I think it's how you
Unima?
That sounds
Lizard?
A whale.
Unima.
Is it the
Is it the, it's the sky
sky
whale?
The sky whale has no importance to the story whatsoever.
No.
Unima,
What the fuck could it be?
an otter.
If I'm thinking correctly, she's a dolphin.
What the
Bruh.
fuck?
Hey, we got a good fucking 3 of those right though.
You did get 3 of them right.
Well,
if
I got the reason Griff was called.
Unima, I can't remember correctly, but I think
Not
she's
the
a dolphin.
bird.
Okay.
Anyway,
Griffin or lion.
So fucking-
Bird.
I can't believe I got fucking Yote right. Not gonna lie.
A bird in their name.
So yeah, they
Yo.
have this big war, and then Zorn gets trapped away in some alternate dimension or some bullshit like
And
that.
the
No!
fucking spear, fucking whatever it's called.
Yeah, he's dead, supposedly.
Who?
4,000 years later, Emilius and all these people show up and fuck up everything.
Is he kind of like Alduin?
Dude.
What is Zorn like an Earth thing?
What do you mean by that?
Like
what is he?
what is Zorn?
Is he
An
what kind-
amalgamation of just tentacles and a black mass.
Oh, okay. Because there's a D&D monster called a Zorn, which is like made out of rocks.
Oh, I know.
No, he's just like a darkness and hatred in one
Okay.
pure.
Okay.
So that happens. Griff's dead. You guys are leaving the tower, and then you guys get back to the plane that you crashed, right?
Okay.
After all this stuff happens, And Yuki's like, I think we can make it work to get back to fucking big main place. So they get in it, they fly it, they barely get it there, they crash land. He's like, I can't even go talk to Schmidt. He'd be like so disappointed in me. And Alfina's like, I need some time to think things over because my brother's evil now. So she like goes to a shop, or goes to an inn.
Okay.
And then the woman there's like, something's wrong with this woman. You leave her to me, and I'll figure everything out. So
Did Yuki ever ask Alfina what her dad was like?
No.
God damn it.
He didn't
That's
need
the
Yo,
number
you
one,
see
the
his
number
mom,
one
though?
technique. Oh, dude.
Wait, Yuki's a chick?
No.
No.
Okay.
Yuki's a dude.
Drew,
Dude, chick,
Drew,
dude,
you said
chick.
her and my fucking brain.
Yeah, I said, did Yuki ask Alfina about her dad?
Dude, chick.
Okay, sorry. I heard her and fucking Yuki in the same sentence, and I was like,
And I'm
you
not
did.
really-
I knew I had this entire story fucked up already. It's
So,
not that complicated.
yeah, this story is not complicated, by the way.
It's just boring.
The
Because nothing
simplistic
happens.
version of this is boy like girl, love defeat everything.
True.
Love and friendship can overcome anything.
That's
Which is just wrong.
That's
what-
what. Ooh, Miranda.
Yeah, I'm gonna show the audience what Miranda.
What are you
looks
Oh,
like.
Miranda.
It's not
Miranda.
porn. Yeah.
Yeah, she looks like she's Yuki's brother.
She does.
She
Yeah.
looks very young compared.
Oh, I see Alfonso!
Yeah.
My fucking man!
Oh.
He is pounding.
Yeah, that's what, I'm making my D&D character.
I did. I
Actually,
got a
don't
new
think
Satyr character, boys. It's a
I don't
concept.
think I based a single character off of Grandia's character. I should have.
No, you should not
There's
have.
a lot of
I can
material.
answer that right away.
There's a lot of
Unless it's
material.
fucking Hecht and
Millions.
she's a Feyborn or whatever.
Raven. Those are the three that I could see.
Okay.
Nyx. By the way, Nyx.
No.
He's just a necromancer. He's just a necromancer that doesn't speak any language. He just goes.
So he's like Nick's driver.
Just fucking stupid.
Nick speaks like every language, right? And he speaks none.
I don't know if I can undead language speak.
Is he like a lich?
Kind of.
Okay.
He carries around this green orb that is the source of his power.
First time actress, that is ever quick. Because that's whenever he gets into it at night.
I'm sick.
So you're stuck in the big city alone. Alpina's left you. It's just Yuki, and Yuki's like, "Damn, this sucks." And then off in the distance, he sees Ulf just walking around, and he goes up. He's like, "Hey, yo, what's up?" And they do like the,
Nice.
you
They
know,
have each other
cool.
up.
And then
Does he bite his hand?
Yuki no, that's only a one-time thing.
I don't know
Oh,
why.
okay.
Okay.
It's on.
Yuki is with Ulf, and then he's like, "Bro, I messed up bad. We gotta go back to Rendodo Island and give me another fruit." And then Ulf's like,
No, they did not go back to Randodo
and
Island.
Ulf's like,
Just
"Hi."
get another friend. What, did I fucking dinosaur again?
We'll get to that. Ulf is like, "Aight, that sounds fun."
We have to go back to Rendodo
So
Island!
they get on Shiba.
Grandia 3, Chapter 4. The Return to Rendodo Island.
So they get on Shiba.
Is this Tahiti?
It's
Tahiti.
this
It's
Tahiti
Tahiti.
Dutch.
They get on.
These don't look like
They
Tahiti.
get on Shiba. They fly there. They beat up a bunch of creatures. They go up to the fruit. They grab it, and guess what comes down?
What?
2.
They're stronger.
Wait, this is one of the hardest fights in the game.
This is my
because-
sword.
Is this where you get the sword, potentially?
No,
Okay.
because Yuki's your most normal character.
We just fucking heard him tumble down the stairs, and then the faintest little.
So the reason this fight is so
It
complicated, Yuki is your most basic character. He's got base attack, base magic, and
My
then
man.
Wolf
Okay.
has got like the highest attack stat in the game, but he's got no magic, which means you have no healers because Alfina's gone and you haven't met Donna yet.
Okay.
So
Holy shit.
you're fighting just pure strength off strength. You're using items. Yuki can be like an off healer kind of. He can have a few healing spells, but he's not very strong. So you do that fight, you win, you get the fruit, you go back and you go back there, and you go to the inn where Alfina's at. You guys have a good food. You have like a little talk, and then you go over to Schmidt.
Alright.
And if I remember this correctly, Schmidt's just like, "No, we're not getting you another one. You messed up." But he's like, "Please, Mr. Schmidt."
Wait, how
please,
does
please."
Schmidt build skyships so fast?
He had one already prepared the first
Oh,
time.
okay.
He had one
And what do skyship, are they like a ship in the
They're
sky?
like airplanes.
Oh, like
They're
airplanes.
just airplanes.
Okay.
They're just called like, I think they're actually called airplanes.
Alright, and how big are they?
Like
Airplane size.
like a small, you ever play GTA?
Yeah.
You know the little stunt planes?
Yeah.
Imagine like an elongated stunt plane.
So like.
But how
so
did
it's
Miranda
like
smuggle
like a
herself
Luxor?
onto one?
Because there's 2 seats. There's the pilot, and then there's like this little cargo kind of seat in the back.
So like a Luxor, would you say? But like no like seats behind it. It's like a bunch of. It's a GTA plane. It's
I
like,
don't know.
it's the big like black one. It's like.
No, it's not nearly that big.
What?
It's a bit smaller than that.
Is it like the fucking banana plane? The goddamn scorpion that you have to use in air hanger missions? That fucking scorpion plane pisses me off.
Dude, the adventure's cool.
Anyways,
You
yeah, he haggles with fucking Schmidt long enough, and Schmidt's like, alright, one more. That's it.
How long does it take to build this one?
A day.
Does Schmidt have a team?
Schmidt has like 100 plans, and he's like, oh, I already got another one that's in the process of building. It's the exact same plane, just red. The first one was blue, this one's red.
Does he regularly just build a bunch of planes every day?
That's all he does with his life.
Does he need money for this?
Do they go back to their town once the story's over?
Nope. You don't ever have to return to any place that you've been unless it's Randodo Island.
Did we go back to Rendodo Island ever?
No, it was those two
The
times
end of
there.
Rendodo Island.
So now
The
your party
reckoning.
consists of, because you're leaving, and you're like, well, where do we go now? And then Ulf's like, you know, my people kind of have this guardian we keep protected, and his name's Drac, but I'm kind of outlawed there for some reason. So maybe we shouldn't go there. But it's been like quite a while. We can if we want to. And then Alfina's like, I got nothing better to do.
That's saying like, hey, we're
I may have murdered someone, but
She's
hey.
like, hey, I mean, I guess. And then Yuki's like, oh, Alfina, I have my fame. I can do whatever I want now. That's his character, by the way. He's now that he's got his plane, he'll do whatever as long as Alfina's in. That's his character.
Nice.
What's up?
Big Sim. So they go to the Dragon Valley is what it's called.
Okay.
And they get shot down.
Why would
Well, they
all
get shot at.
Oh, okay.
His plane doesn't go down. Shiba, which is Ulf's dragon, tiny dragon, gets injured, so they end up landing. They gotta run through
Bitch. So was Ulf flying alongside them?
Yeah.
Okay.
How fucking fast is this fucking dragon? Or how slow is this plane?
I don't know.
Because I feel like...
But what happened to Yuki's friend, Ruck, or whatever?
Rots, he goes to the other side of the world. Because he's like, I'll meet you there.
Oh, what? Why did he... But how did he get there?
Columbus.
We're assuming by ship, I guess. We don't know. He just gets...
Why do they need airplanes? They have, like,
why do we need airplanes?
that's true. I mean, that's true. But like, why? Like,
it's another form of transport.
Okay.
I mean, boat works perfectly fine.
Okay, but like the
Boat been
people,
working
the
for a
people
while.
from Yuki's hometown don't seem to know about boats.
Alright, here's the
Well,
thing.
the
Here's
people
the
fucking-
thing.
They know, but they don't travel.
Why the
You mean all
fuck?
4 other fucking people?
Why the fuck do they fly airplanes if they always crash?
Yeah, this seems like a
Yuki's
very
are the only ones
ineffective
that
form of
crash.
travel.
I
Okay.
feel like Yuki, right, is just a dog shit fucking pilot.
Agreed.
I feel like I'm a better pilot than
Well,
him.
okay, the story starts off by Yuki just cutting off part of the wing. He goes, it'll make it more aerodynamic, Rod.
What
And
the
Rod's
fuck?
like the big brain. He's like, no, I know how this works. It'll fly if you keep this part on. And then Rod's is like, bruh.
Does it not fly anymore?
No, because
This reminds me of fucking Anakin's characterization in the prequels, where everyone just tells you he's a really good pilot, and then he just like is not at all.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, yeah, Miranda and him crash it because he wasn't expecting Miranda's weight. She weighs like 80 pounds, maybe. There's no way that fucking.
Well, it's a little plane.
Is she a fatty?
I mean, I guess.
Is she a fatty?
She's got a
She's
she
a
got a bit of a
baddie.
fat ass.
Anyways, yeah, you guys go and you go speak with Drac. There's a bunch of enemies you fight along the way, but none of them are humanoid. None of them talk. I don't think you ever really fight humanoids
Okay.
unless it's like.
That's lame. I want to fight a humanoid.
So you go speak with Drac, and Drac's like, "Brr, I can give you power, Alfina. I see the good in your heart. Take this orb."
Still love
And
your
so
brother.
the Guardians pass along these like orbs that are extremely powerful that you can use once per 20
The
fucking
Chaos
combats.
Emeralds?
That turn the game to easy mode.
Oh, okay.
Like you use it and it
I'm
defeats
assuming
any-
you mean the Chaos Emerald.
defeats any encounters, so-
Because if what you're talking about.
And then I think Drac says something about finding you or some shit.
Yost!
He's like, oh, in the village.
I've
or
got to
in the-
find my lover, yo.
In the lost village of the sands or some shit like that.
Is this Shadow of the fucking Colossus?
So-
Why are they scattered all over the place?
They fuck off. They are like, oh, what could this mean? And Ulf's like, I've heard of like this settlement off in the desert. That's like 8 people.
Every settlement
Yeah,
in this
every
game
settlement
is
is very
8 to
tiny
10
unless it's the
people.
main town.
Did they like? Okay, so did they just add the NPCs that you talk to?
There's a bunch of NPCs you can talk to that have interesting dialogue.
Okay.
Nobody does.
But those are the only NPCs in the game, right?
What do you mean?
Just the ones that you can talk to are the only ones that exist in towns.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, so you know how usually in video games where you have like a handful of NPCs that the player can actually talk to, and then there's a bunch of fluff NPCs that just sort of walk.
No fluff.
There's no fluff NPC, not a
They're
single
all
one.
unspeakable.
Dude, it would take too much on playing the PS2's engine or whatever.
Well, I mean,
Is this a
PS2
PS2
might fucking
game?
explode.
Yeah, PS2.
Yeah, it's a PS2.
Okay.
I googled it.
Did Grandia ever enter the 2010s? Did it ever get into?
What do you
No.
think? It's gotten a few remasters. Grandia 1 and 2 have been
Grandia 3
remastered.
came out in like 2000.
Grandia 3 still
Will
hasn't
we
been
ever
remastered?
see Grandia 4?
No.
No, because the company that made Grandia is no longer a company. It was
Nice.
bought by, I think, Square Enix.
Oh.
They made Dragon Quest.
I think I fucking ran into it.
Will Square Enix make Grandia 4?
I know.
They have Kingdom Hearts. It's a Kingdom Hearts level.
They have Kingdom Hearts and they have Final Fantasy. Why would they need a
Dude,
Grandia?
everyone's been talking about.
Buddy. Don't forget about
Everyone's been talking about how long it's been taking for Elder Scrolls 6 to get released. It has taken them so long to make Grandia 4.
It's
True.
because they haven't started.
And they won't.
Did it ever go into like pre-development?
I don't think so.
I like the idea that they've hired these people and then fired them just that way they could get the RPG stuff off the scene.
So
that way they could have a monopoly.
Just so they can eliminate Grandia, the biggest competition to Square Enix. Grandia could have toppled Final Fantasy.
Get the fuck off my platform, buddy.
If that kept going the way that Grandia
Okay.
Grandia 1 and Grandia 2 were actually very big games.
Okay,
Get
so
the fuck
Square Enix was trembling in their boots by the time Grandia.
Get the fuck off my platform.
Grandia 3 took Yuki's 17th plane and crashed it in the fucking ground.
They said Square Enix exiled these people to another continent.
They couldn't. They had one fluke, and Square Enix was like, "This is our
Random
chance."
Island, bro.
The entirety of the Grandia team now lives on Rendota Island with fruit that they can't fucking eat.
One tree with one, it spawns a fruit every 100 years or something.
They fucking, and they live there. They exist.
Then how the fuck did they get a?
It does. I was joking.
Okay, gotcha. Let's say what the fuck? How'd they get the second fruit? Was it 100 years fucking passing?
How many Minotaurs have they had to fight?
3. You fight 3
Oh, I like the.
at the very beginning.
Do you like kill them?
Yes. Oh.
Yes, he fucking.
They drop loot.
Oh.
Is it good loot?
I think the first one's a mana egg, which increases your magic power.
Okay.
So that happens. You're like, oh, let's go to the fucking desert. Desert. They go to the desert. They show up and they're like, damn, there's nothing here but sand.
Well, shit.
Wow.
Let's
But
leave.
there's also a small settlement they land at. So damn.
Ever
it's
since
kinda
we
backwater.
mentioned fucking Tahiti, I'm just imagining like
Every place is
I'm just imagining PNGs of the Red Dead 2 crew on Rendota Island.
All of them
We're just walking around like this ain't Tahiti.
What the hell?
All of them imagine is Random Island, nothing else.
So they show up and they're like, oh, go speak with our chief of everything,
Okay.
Donna. And they go speak with Donna.
Yo!
And Donna's like, no, I'm not going to allow you guys to go speak to Yo. No, I'm not going to open the path to the Verse Realm that I've kept protected for like hundreds of thousands of years that people have been passing down the line. No, we're not
I
gonna
say
do it.
please.
It don't make sense. And then fucking, shit happens. They have a nice little touching scene between all of them. And then she's like, all right, well, let's go speak to Yo. I guess we need to.
True.
So you travel through the desert.
Does Ulf have to use his femboy wiles to convince her?
No, Ulf's like the least charismatic person.
Oh, okay.
Oh man.
Off is not
Sigma male.
So they go through and they're like,
No.
once you get to like Yote's Store, there's like this temple you go to in the desert, and you go and you fight all the creatures that live there,
Okay.
and then you notice that the way to get to Yote that is sealed has been broken open. And you're like, damn, someone's done this recently.
Someone's
here.
busted into
How do they
Yotes.
know that it's been done recently?
Because it's open.
Because it's open, and it wasn't open last time. Fucking
This
Donna
means
did
that
it.
Yotes dead,
How
right?
how long ago like did Donna visit?
We don't know.
I'm assuming it was recently.
Oh yeah, I assume recently.
My brain
They
is
show up,
not.
and then guess who's sitting there?
No,
Dumb and Dumber.
I
They're
thought it was
both like,
gonna be
yo,
Emilius.
we're gonna kill you because Milius asked us to, and everybody's like,
Does Law Lim even exist yet?
um,
Has he even been mentioned?
he hasn't been mentioned yet.
So he's just like a twist villain at the end?
He's one of the, yeah, kind of. Well, he actually comes up kind of soon-ish.
Okay.
So, bonk,
I'm
bonk.
making a new necromancer.
You do a cool fight with them, they have cool chemistry, boom.
Nice.
So it's
Do they bang?
Probably not.
Aw.
She is hard for him.
Yeah.
Amelia's
Oh,
kinda-
man. Amelia's kind of gets around.
Oh.
Would
So,
you
yeah.
consider Amelius to be like the Jarlaxle Bainray of this world?
No.
He rides a
Yuki.
giant serpent.
I think
He
it's Yuki.
does. Oh, do you think it's Yuki?
Because he
Nah,
crashes.
Yuki only wants to bang one woman.
That's all.
Yeah, Yuki's
He's a
not
one
a chat.
kinda gal
Yuki's
kinda
a
guy.
simp.
You a simp.
Yeah.
Truly in her grind set.
So, you guys get the funny orb and from Yote after killing. He's like, oh, let me give you a healing orb. So Drax is just a straight like DPS orb. It's just gonna like kill
Okay.
shit. Yotes is gonna revive your entire party because he's all fucking mystical
And
fucking-
Griff did not give you an orb.
Or Griff did not. She just gave you advice, which
Okay.
all of them give you advice. It's like, friendship and love will get you through everything.
So what I'm hearing is Griff is
Agreed.
kind of cringe.
Well, she got killed during her speech.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fucking
Troll.
And they also, when they die, they like sparkle. It's kind of weird. It's
This
pretty
is just Attack of the Colossus. Or fucking Shadow of the Colossus.
Attacking the Colossus.
That's cool. Bonk bonk.
They fight women
They
and
fight
male.
these, beat them, and
That's a Final
Copyright.
Fantasy noise, right?
same game.
Okay.
True.
Same game.
There is no Grandia.
It's all.
It's all fever dream in my head.
It's all Final Fantasy.
We're gonna look up Grandia 3 later and realize that it just never existed. And
It comes up with Final Fantasy 8 or something.
It's a mod.
And Chris just fucking came up with all of its lore. I feel like I made the mod.
I'm doing Saul right now.
On the spot.
He's making up the lore like how he did in fucking Out of the Abyss.
Grandia Island.
So you guys talk to Yo, go back, and then she's like, cool, now that we got the orbs, I guess we can go venture into the fucking verse realm to go fucking talk to the verse people. Because they're supposed to know more about the Guardians.
Cool.
Alright.
So you go in there, and then you leave the village, you go through the verse realm, and you switch to disc 2.
With just story content?
Dude, that's like when you're playing fucking like Red Dead.
Can I
right?
start on disc 2?
No.
No,
Oh,
you have to start with disc 1.
What happens do you think if you start on this?
It'll just say you need to load a new save for disc 1.
so if I just like save, if I just get into disc 1, save the first opportunity I get, then load up disc 2, will
It
it
won't
work?
let you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there's a certain part you have to be at, which is where you're traveling to the verse.
Okay.
So
Well, that's
once
the game
you
shit,
load
so.
up disc 2, by the way, a lot of Alfina's voice lines for her moves change. It's character growth or something. Fucking, I don't know. It's stupid. She's the only one whose voice lines for moves change. It's really weird. Anyways, you go through the verse realm, you kill a bunch of verse enemies, which are these like little demon-esque creatures. Fucking beat the shit out of them, and then you go and you're like, oh, fucking heck's there. And she's sitting there around this, so she's sitting in the middle of this small village. It's like 12, 13 angel-esque people with wings.
Oh, they got more than 8.
Nice.
Fucking,
This is the biggest population center we've seen.
so you're chilling there, and fucking, she's like, hey, yo, there's a bunch of statues around her, and only like 3 of them are glowing, which would be Drax, Yotes, and Sivas.
Okay.
And then it indicates they're alive, and while they're talking, fucking
Sure.
Drag gets fucking killed. It cuts over to fucking Amelia's just
No. Wait, but you said
Fuck out of
that Dracyo and Siba were all glowing. What about Yuana?
Nope.
She's not. So she's dead.
She's not there yet?
We'll get there.
Okay.
She's underwater, so we can't detect her.
And is it just the 5 of them on the wall?
No, there's 12 statues.
Okay.
Most of them have been shattered because
Okay.
you see as Drac dies, his statue stops glowing and it's cut in half.
Okay.
Same with Griff.
Plus.
You show up and like Griff died recently. That kind of sucks. Somebody's killing, and then boom, Drac dies, and Heck's like, I'm going inside.
I'm fucking done with this shit.
Yeah, so you speak to
I'm
Heck's
going to
servant.
bed.
You speak to Heck's servant. He's like, you should go to the Scar of the Earth, or Scar of the World, and because that's where Amelius went when he came through here, and everybody's like, Amelius came here? That's crazy.
Yo.
How do you even do that?
We don't even like Amelia.
So you sleep, you go the next day, and fucking when you show up, you go through, there's this grandma that just has a, so this part doesn't make any sense whatsoever. I think there's supposed to be more here, but there isn't. So you show up, you're going to the Scar of the Earth, or the Scar on the World, or whatever they call it, and there's just a house there. There's a house before you get there, okay? and everything here is made out of glass. But her house and her garden is perfectly fine. So you walk over, you walk in, and she's like, "Hello, I don't get many visitors."
Roma.
And
Am
then-
I dead? am I dead right now?
And then everybody's like, "What are you doing out here?" She's like, "Oh, I just came to my garden, and oh, you, Alfina, you look like that young man that came through a little while ago. He did some bad things here, bad things." And then everybody's like, what do you mean bad things? She's like, you need to go to the fucking place and find out. And that's all she's there for, is a little bit of exposition to say that fucking that's where Amelia's from. That's all she's there for.
What the fuck?
Oh, she also paints or something like that. I don't know. I can't remember.
Dude, I'm in fucking purgatory right
So
now.
you-
There's no way this is real life.
You go to the fucking clip and, Hex there. She's like
Okay.
playing her violin, sad song, bum, bum, bum.
The bard.
And Alfina's like, what happened here? And Hex like, I'll explain it all to you. So there's a shard of Zorn that they keep in this verse realm. They keep it because they can't destroy it, and if you touch it, it's supposed to corrupt you.
Okay.
And fucking Amelius is a communicator, but he doesn't want to be. He's like, I don't want to, that's too much work. I just want to be me. But everybody decided that I
Is Amelius just killing the Guardians so they won't talk to him anymore?
He's like,
Is he just tired of their wake-up calls?
Bitch, block my number. You know?
So he's like, I'm tired of this.
He can't block their number.
So he goes here, he grabs the shard of fucking Zorn and just right through his hand. So the Guardian symbol is on the back of your hand right here. And just right through his, the symbol. And he's like, ooh, and then he gets this giant fucking greatsword. It's called the Godslayer.
What the fuck?
He did do that. He literally just was like, fuck you
How
guys.
does he just get that? How does he just like, okay.
It's Zorn's power. Zorn gives it to him.
I fucking hate
Zorn's
Zorn.
also a god.
I hate Zorn so much.
Zorn's like the 13th Guardian, right?
The 12th.
Okay, that's 12.
So,
Yeah, he killed them.
And he's more powerful than all the other ones.
Mhm.
And he wants to kill them all.
Yep.
But he's locked.
Well, Zorn wants to make humanity perfect. In his perfect realm, everything's glass, which
They're dead.
which makes sense now why the verse realm is glass.
Okay.
So yeah, you see this, and then Raven's there with him, and he's like, "Ayo, Zorn, or Ayo, Amelius, knock it off," because you want him that Amelius and Raven are good friends. He's like, "Ayo, that's stupid. But you shouldn't be doing that. Don't do that." Cool. No, he doesn't know. Damn. Alright.
We're gonna kill you.
And then Donna's like, "Wait, Raven was here. You're talking about the man with the white hair and the black suit and the red little spots?"
Sephiroth! Sephiroth! Does he have a giant katana and one angel?
There's no angel wings, and he's like a lungs. It might be a katana. It might be. I can't- No, he uses two short swords. That's right.
Oh,
So
man.
Alfina's like, "Wait, you know Raven as well?" And Donna's like, "Yeah, we fuck all the time, dude. Like, I love him." And it's like, "Oh, okay,
That's
cool."
hot.
Nice.
Got it.
Why are Donna and Raven not shipped together?
They are shipped together because they are together.
Nice.
Like they fuck regularly
Like they
in the lore.
probably.
Not as
Nice.
cool.
And
Not
then
How should it be in Donna?
Ulf makes some backhanded comment, and everybody's like, "Haha, funny Ulf. He's so quirky."
But he's the
Close
funniest
eyes.
character.
Cool. And then
Wait, so is it Heck who fucks Raven or Donna who fucks Raven?
Donna.
Okay.
Heck just knows everything.
Okay.
Donna, her toes got a fucking
She's
shit.
exposition. So fucking everybody's like, "Damn." And he's like, "Yeah, you guys really need to fucking do shit. You guys should go seek out the Guardians, save them." Where the fuck is he at? Oh, the fucking jungle, the Vegas jungle, Vegas. I don't know. And then everybody's like, "Cool, we'll go do that." All right. They leave. I think I'm missing something. Probably not. Probably not too important to the story. It's probably just plot. They go to the jungle, and this is where the game ramps up its difficulty 100-fold, and for some reason gets 20 times worse in
Nice.
combat, which is actually really fun. So you go there, you go fight a bunch of shit, and you gotta save it, and save it like, well, actually no, there's a camp scene when you're almost there, and
Okay.
you guys all eat, and then everybody's like, okay, we're going to bed. And Alfina, so this is the only time you take over a different character when you're walking around, and it's Alfina, and it's around Arcra. And you walk in, you're walking around, there's a bunch of memories that she remembers. It's like, oh yeah, I remember this memory. And then Alfina's like spirit self is like, hey yo, don't go in this room. This one's bad. You don't remember this one. She's like, I'm a big girl now. I can go back and remember this, which indicates that she's repressed this memory.
Right.
So she walks in and it's fucking Amelius when he's like 11 or 12 with a knife, just cutting his hand, like part of his hand off where a fucking guardian symbolism. She's like, oh shit, that's fucking crazy. And she wakes up and she runs off. And then Yuki's like, hey yo, what's that?
Oh my god, I hate Yuki so much, man.
So they have a little
He
scene.
just
Yeah.
wants head, and she
Fucking-
won't give it to him. I can tell that, and he just really wants it.
You're gonna like the ending of the story then.
Does he have a head?
Does she give him head?
She fucking better.
So you get to the, they have this like, little moment, they group back up, they go, they talk to Saba. Saba's like, remember to love your brother, even though he's killing us all. His orb is probably the worst in the game, but kind of. It's the only one that's really basic. It just gives you a bunch of status effect buffs.
And this is Yo's or Siba's?
Saba's.
Okay.
And at this point in time, you learn.
Yo's.
Alias goes Yo. Yo, it's fucking.
So it's just Yumana and
So
Siba.
Saba and
No,
yeah.
Why don't the Guardians group up?
I don't fucking know. I wish I could explain it.
Guardian shit, you know how it is.
No, okay, I know how it is.
So yeah, and you're leaving the temple, and Amelius is there with his fucking god slayer in hand. He's like, "I'm about to kill Saba."
Get out of my
and
way.
he's like, "No, you're not." And he's like, and then Saba just fucking gets out of his little hiding spot, and he's like, "Try me, I will protect you. All of you run." And he just jumps up, cuts Saba's head. Saba's head.
Fucking
Fucking
get fucked.
troll.
Get fucking trolled.
I want to think, is this?
Does this mean that Amelius is stronger than the gods?
He has the power of the betrayer god on his side.
I mean...
They gave him a god slayer, which is the
To
weapon
truly
used to
kill
kill.
all the gods, you must kill your own. And he's gonna kill Flame.
Well, he kills more gods than I thought he would. So yeah, that fucking happens, and everybody's like, "Oh shit!" And you end up leaving, and it's like, "Well, what the fuck do we do now?" Well, I heard there was this cool floating city in the sky, which you've flown by 100 times, and you're like, "Why the fuck is there a floating city here?"
What's it
And sometimes there's radio chatter that you can listen to. It's other pilots flying around, and
Okay.
sometimes they'll comment on this flying city, and everybody's like, "Oh, why the fuck is that there?" And it doesn't make sense. You land there, you fight a mini boss at the very beginning that has no lore whatsoever, and it's really hard for absolutely no reason. You fight that, and you're like, "Well, damn, you go through the temple, and then fucking Unima. It's like, "Hey yo, we heard there weren't any more alive," and then she's like, "I'm not alive." Kind of. And then
What?
everybody's like, "What does that mean?" It's like, "You don't need to understand. Take my orb and go forth." So actually, she's dead.
Troll!
Wait, so what?
If you could answer it, that'd be great, because I don't know either.
Bro,
She's
she can
dead,
travel
but
back
not-
in time,
She's dead,
right?
but she's a ghost. I mean, she does have the time orb. So she's the, her orb controls time.
Okay.
But giving it away means that she could no
Nope,
longer.
she still exists.
I think what it is that in
But
the
you-
future she's gonna die, right? So she goes back
No,
in time.
she is already dead.
Oh,
She goes
so
forward in
she
time.
goes forward in time after she
But
dies.
she's like a spirit.
She goes forward in time and after she dies.
It don't make sense to me. At this point in time, you can fly straight up in the plane, and there's a giant sky whale. Why? Nobody knows.
It's the
Can
real
you
god.
talk to it?
You can talk to it. It has a few lines.
What does it say?
I don't remember, but it's very basic. Like, why are you here? And so, I'm just giant sky whale, bro.
I'm looking up Grandia for you fucking.
Yeah, I was just about to say.
You won't find much. You won't find much.
Is it just so
Fucking right.
unknown?
Nobody really knows about it. Nobody just flies up in the air.
Because we just fucking found randomly?
So it's just anywhere you go up.
if you fly down, what happens?
It just stops you from hitting the ground.
Oh.
That is so stupid. When you fly up, you have to meet the fucking sky whale.
Yep.
Who the fuck wrote this? I want to find the lead writer of Grandia 3 and talk with him and say, holy shit, what happened?
Holy shit.
You did not do very good on
He
this.
did. I want to talk to this guy and see what therapist he's going to.
So I need to talk to them.
I don't
Oh,
remember
dog,
exactly
this-
how, but somehow you end up like. not- Oh, when you get teleported out of the restaurant. Did I skip a part?
What is it?
I may have skipped a part.
What?
Alright, so we're not in the Vega jungle yet. None of that happens yet. Actually, when
Oh,
you
okay.
teleported out of the Earth realm, you show up like on the other side of the desert, and you're like, damn, we gotta walk all the way back to the temple. You're walking through, you found a bunch of shit, and then eventually this dude, alright, who's like,
It's a sky whale.
That is the dumbest shit.
yep, it's just there.
That's the dumbest shit in the game. That's
Just
the
that.
dumbest shit in any game.
So
It's just there,
there's,
just
there's this dude chilling there. He's like this tall. He's got like a long beak and a mask on. He's fucking, and it's like, what do you want? It's like, and he points it off, and he has to do combat. He's got a giant fucking undead dinosaur. Why? We don't know. We don't know. He's a necromancer. That's all we know.
Did.
I
I
know.
did. Dude, I couldn't
I don't even think they say his name ever. I don't think they say his name ever.
You know his name.
I think subtitles because it just I don't fucking know. I don't. Eventually you learn that Emilius just was like hiring people to go get Alpina so she doesn't get hurt, because secretly he cares about her, but nah. So you go fucking,
Not secretly.
well, actually, once you kill his giant fucking dragon, he just runs away. Did
So
you kill
Olim,
him? Huh?
he's gone?
Well, you beat him, and then you fucking... You can kill him, but he just respawns because he's a necromancer. That's their logic.
Oh, okay.
No.
But most of the time he'll just run away.
Nah. He's like Skeletor. In my mind, this character's just
Yo,
so...
Guardians, or what is it? Rulers of the Universe. They're getting a new show.
Really?
At some point in time during all this, there's a scene where Cornell, Violetta, and Emilius are just fucking talking. And Cornell's like, you know, they've kicked out my ass like 3 times. I don't want to do this anymore. And then Emilius and fucking Violetta are like, cool, we're gonna keep trying to kill him. And Emilius just fucks off. He's the only smart character in this entire game that's like, you know, these protagonists keep kicking my ass. I'm just not gonna fight them anymore.
So Cornell, he's just gone?
Yeah, he just fucks off. He lives his life halfway.
Oh man.
He's smartest person in the entire
What
game.
the fuck? He's just gone?
His ass just keeps getting kicked. I don't blame him.
I mean, he's literally the boss that you fight like 4 or 5 times. You kick his ass every single time.
And he just gets tired.
And he's just like, I'm done with this. Like, I'm not gonna keep, just because Emilius is paying me doesn't mean I'm gonna keep running after him and getting my ass handed to me.
Fucking nice, man.
He's just like, nah. Like,
I hope he meets Miranda and Alonso.
Yeah, fucking just chill with them.
They have an
Yeah.
orgy.
They haven't. I'm just gonna call it the orgy ship, and every character that we don't see ever again goes to the orgy
The
ship.
fucking Guardians
There's
as
probably
well.
more fluff that I'm missing here, but
No, the Guardians are confirmed dead.
no, you fight Emilius first, right? Yeah. Eventually you learn that fucking Emilius is trying to resurrect Zorn, and you're like, oh shit, we can't let that.
Okay.
And when you kill Saba, the fucking vines that he keeps creating, his tentacle-esque creature, just raises the ground out like just, and then you see there's this heartbeat in the ground. That's Zorn being resurrected, and everyone's like, that's fucking, we gotta, ooh,
Stab it.
ooh, that's crazy, bro. And you fly up there to fight fucking everything.
Skywell will take care of it.
Once
We
you
don't
fly
need
up there,
to-
there's
Skywell.
a bunch of tough fucking fights. So you fly up there, right? You start doing all these fights, and there's like 4 boss fights back to back to back to back.
In the sky.
In the fucking earth that is Zorn, that also is the earth.
Cool.
So you go up there and you fight through a bunch of enemies. You get to a save point, you fucking walk in. Violetta's there. And she's like, I'm gonna kick your ass. And then you're like, no, you're not, we're gonna kick your ass. Boss fight. You win.
Ass.
Cool. She's like, I'll be back for you, don't worry. And then you fucking walk in the next place, he's there, with his giant fucking dragon. You kill him for
Nice.
Why is he there?
I don't know.
I'm so dude. He went from fucking.
Does he ever
you
become...
fucking desert.
Before we start the thing that we're working on, we gotta go through and play Grandia 3 together. It's not a long game. It's gonna take like 2 or 3 days.
Holy shit.
We got to do it.
I'm done.
I'll play through it, and I know the speedrun techniques. I'll go through it real quickly with you guys.
I want to watch.
I do want to watch this. I want to watch Chris play.
He's fucking done. And you guys can try to help me like fill in plot holes here, because like this is really the story. Like I think I'm doing a better job than anybody's ever done on YouTube, because nobody else has done this, because this game's fucking. I'm sorry. It's a really.
This is the only video of Grandia 3 that's ever existed.
There was this playthrough that these guys did that was really fun, but it was like the only thing I could ever find about the game.
Bro.
So
Was it the
Law
game
is
Chrome?
gone now?
This
The Necromancer's done?
Necromancer's done, and it's a giant fucking dragon. Done.
Okay.
You
Okay.
defeat
Oh,
him.
great.
And there's this
Going
cutscene where she walks up to Emilius, who's with Zorn's heart, and he's like, "Hey, yo, Emilius, let's bang. Like, I just got my ass beat, but you know, I love you,
Right.
and
Make
I'm
up
worthy
sex.
of Zorn."
Okay.
And then she's like, "Zorn, show me your power."
Does she also want to bang Zorn?
No, just Emilius.
Oh, okay.
But Emilius like, "You aren't worthy enough," and she's like, "I'll
You
prove to you
have to
that I am
bang
worthy."
Zorn to be worthy enough.
Zorn, show me your power. Show me your power. And so the way that Zorn communicates, some fucking way or another, spikes you with a tentacle through some part of you, and he just
Nice.
telepathically communicates with you.
Nice.
Spikes her with like 3 tentacles, and she's like,
Oh, yeah.
oh, and turns her to glass because she's not worthy. And she's fucking,
Trolled.
Is she dead? Oh.
She's dead?
yep, she just died right there. And
Nice.
Emilius is like, that sucks, you weren't worthy.
But it's just him now. He should have like.
That's all he wants. He just wants, all Emilius wants is him and Althena. That's it. Everybody else can fucking die. Because everybody was like, you're gonna be a guardian, or you're gonna be a fucking communicator, and he's like, no, I don't wanna be. And everybody's like, you're gonna be. And he's like, no. And they're like, you're gonna be. And he's like, fuck it, kill everybody. I will kill every single person.
He's just fucking pissed off.
The bad ending.
So
They
you
go-
go and you do a
I've
final-
got an idea to remove the shadows. I'm gonna turn on this light back here.
The good ending.
I think this will help the shadows.
So, then you
A
go fight
little
Emilius,
bit.
and Emilius is really fucking, his boss fight is, so each creature is one little icon when you're fighting.
Yeah.
Amelius gets 4. It's Amelia, because you're just fighting Amelius. You're fighting the God Slayer, which is one of his fucking items. You're fighting his normal sword, and then you're fighting his orb. You gotta fight 4 of them. You only have to kill Amelius for the boss battle at the end. The God Slayer has 99,999 HP and doesn't take any damage. So you just have to keep using your cancel moves to keep it from going off, because if it goes off, the boss fight's over, everybody dies. Orb and shit. It's a tough boss fight, but it's really fucking cool. That's the only thing this game does right is fucking combat.
Is this just Dark Souls but with Final Fantasy?
No, it's turn-based.
Okay.
So you guys fucking kill the shit out of Amelius, and he's like, Dorn, protect me, and take Alfina. And everybody's like, whoa, you're gonna take Alfina? And you can say, no. And then Ulf and Don are like, wait, she's already gone, bro, you gotta come with us. And they get in the plane, they're flying away, and they crash into this snowy fucking...
No!
They get in this snowy fucking biome, and like, shit.
We gotta go back to Rendoto
We're
Island.
stranded out here. So they walk into town, and you know who's there?
Who's fucking
Rot. From the very beginning of the game. He isn't mentioned, and he's like, I've been waiting for you.
I told you I would be waiting.
But now that you've done all of this, the sky is completely covered in all these vines and tentacles and shit. And the way that the planes work is off the sun's power. Because it's
Solar power?
Yeah. And then now that that happens, nobody can fly planes anymore. You know who's
Can
also
you
up there?
Grandia?
Oh, Schmidt. Why not? That's where he lives.
He lives in the
He
sky?
has a garage in this. No.
Oh.
In this snowy biome. Fucking Minecraft biome.
Tundra.
Is the Skywheel still up there?
You can't go up there.
The sky was probably
At this
fucking
point in
dead.
time in the game, Skywell doesn't exist anymore.
No.
Yep. Fucking. So you're just chilling, right? And let me think. Yeah, Schmidt's there, and Schmidt's like, my wife died or something like that.
Okay, L.
And Rots is like, we can't build a plane, and the Uke said, we can build a plane. We're fucking geniuses. Oh yeah.
Alfina's gone for good?
So you're playing the game, and then you're like, well, damn, our main healer's gone because Donna's gonna hire magic to use her usually.
What happened to Alfina again?
She just gets kidnapped by
Oh, okay.
Amelius.
Damn.
Alright. At least nothing nefarious is going to happen since he's her brother.
Don't say fucking nefarious.
Well,
There's not going to be some Sword Art Online Season 2 or Season 1B shit going on.
No, Season 3. It was Season 3 whenever he fucked his sister.
No, it was Season 1B.
I wish it was this.
Yeah, it was the elf part where they're all elves.
Yeah.
Oh, Elf Online.
I love that.
One where the villain
That's
does
my
some
favorite
nefarious
season, by the way.
thing.
It's my favorite season.
No,
Chris
It
loves...
is Season 1B.
Yeah, it
Is
is.
it?
And that's
Yeah.
why people say don't watch it.
Why?
Yeah.
Because all I have watched is Season 1.
Just watch Season 1A. That is the only Sword Art Online.
I went all the way to
I
Season
mean,
4.
Even then, you don't really have to watch Sword Art Online at all. I don't really recommend it.
This is the online part of Sword Online.
You remember, who was it? Was it Dylan?
I think it was.
I was talking to him, right? And he was like,
We're
you
recording.
guys... Huh?
We're recording. Is this something you can say while we're going?
Dude, I think he's dead.
I
I think he committed suicide.
Alright, let's pop up a show. Let's listen to John Ross's story.
Alright, so...
Alright,
Adam,
we're back.
We just
Shut
had
the
a
fuck
We just had a
up.
suicide story. Anyway.
it was sad days. I miss him.
Fucking.
He was based.
You're sitting there and you're like, well, damn, now there's only 3 of us. How are we gonna do all this quirky adventuring by ourselves?
Oh,
Heck
wait,
shows
I know
up.
who Dylan is.
She's just like,
Heck
hey,
shows
yo,
up for
I'm
good.
here. I realized that, we gotta help each other. We gotta fight together. And I kind of like Alfina. She was kind of based. Everybody likes Alfina, so we're gonna go.
I wonder why.
We're gonna,
I've seen some Rule 34 over. I can understand.
we're gonna go get Alfina. And Yuki's like, yeah. And Heck's OP. She's just got OP shit.
Okay.
So you go through, you run, you stomp a bunch of people's asses, and like, because you gotta go look for. Oh, I can't remember what it is. Oh, it's this old plane that Schmidt used to use. That
Was it solar power?
That doesn't require solar power.
What? The McGuffin.
Why do... Okay, so first of all, why do planes require solar power?
They need to.
They
Solar
just-
power.
They
So
require
can you
the
not fly a
sun
plane at night?
Or the sky. Well, they require the sky, and I don't require the sky. I don't know. Just once these vines take over the top of the world where the sky is, they all stop working. It's like, oh well, it's because the sky's
How many will fucking
because the
die?
sky's gone, not the sun. Sorry.
How many people just fucking look at this diagram?
Probably too many.
Drew, you're using your simple-minded brain.
Yeah, you gotta open up your third.
But why can
Because
Schmidt...
all
Why
fucking
does...
eight
Okay, so
people
first
in
of all,
that
Schmidt
world.
built a plane that can fly without the sky.
It was one of his original planes. That did, he was like the inventor of planes.
Why didn't he make
didn't
this
work.
the
It
It
standard?
didn't work very well.
Oh, okay.
But he's like, I think I can, with enough time and effort and rock help.
Shut
we can
up.
fucking
It's a
do
great
it."
game.
So you guys fucking do it. Cool. Schmidt dies.
Finally.
Oh,
While you're flying there, because he's flying with you, with another goddamn plane. No, I'm fine.
It's following behind you.
He's using the one that doesn't work well, or it doesn't work well, but doesn't require stun. And you're in yours, like your normal plane, and he's kind of like got the two connected, and he's taking you up.
He's
there.
carrying you.
So yeah, and then there's a bunch of fucking tornadoes and shit, and a bunch of like otherworldly things, and Schmidt just starts going down, and he's like, "Well, Yuki, this is it, bro. I think I'm dead." Gives him the thumbs up that Yuki gives everybody, and Yuki's like,
What the fuck? Wait, so
that's all you see of Schmidt.
can Yuki fly again?
No, he gets
He
up
glides.
there. He like glides
He
up
doesn't
there,
fly.
but
He
you can't
glides
leave
now.
now. Now you're in the end game.
Oh, okay.
Schmidt.
So you walk up there, and now you're on the crust of this new world that Zorn is like creating in the sky.
Okay.
And you go up there and you beat the shit out of a bunch of tentacle monsters, and eventually, once you kill enough, all of them go away, and you can adventure the world again because your plan's working.
Nice. What are you gonna do with
Can you go
all
back to
that
Bendodo
freedom?
Island?
What? You can go back to Randoto Island.
Holy
At any
shit!
time?
Did you ever?
At any point in time. Yeah, I've gone back a few times. There's a few items you can get back there. So you fucking get.
Did you get another fruit?
You kill a bunch of it, you can't get another fruit.
What?
You kill a bunch of people or a bunch of things, you get up there, and fucking,
So does this game have like a fast travel system, or do you have to fly?
you can use your plane to fast travel. It's better fun.
Okay.
It's more fun.
So you go to fucking like, can you fly back to your home
Yep.
island?
You can
Is
also
there
walk
any
back there unless you have to cross
speedrun?
the ocean.
Is there any speedrun
So,
strats for
I was going to
flying?
get to that on this side. On the other side.
Oh, okay.
Because there's,
Okay.
the speedrun for it's really funny.
Okay.
I'm very excited for that.
If you guys can watch the speedrun, it's like 6 hours.
Bro,
No.
I'll tell you what, you can skip a good 4 hours of it, and I'll tell you why.
Well,
Why?
Once we get here.
Okay.
So,
It's the same fucking glitch in it.
no, there isn't many glitches. Fucking, here we go. You get there, and there's been a few scenes where Emilius and Alfina are talking, and Alfina's like, "I'm just happy to be with you, blah blah blah, I love you, brother." And Emilius eventually just goes, "Damn, you right, I've been fucking everything up. I just killed a bunch of shit. I'm stupid."
True.
All right.
So once you get there, fucking Emilius, Zorn's a summon now. He's a fucking entity in the sky. And you can't actually, like, there's no way to get over there, but except Hex a fucking angel, and she can create a path to get there. And she's like, "Okay, bye, I can get there." Emilius just fucking runs over there, jumps into Zorn with the big sword, and fucking makes him killable. But dies.
No!
Fuck you, Emilius.
Amelia.
And fuck your bitch too.
Does Yuki go, Amelia?
No, Alfina does.
Amelia! Amelia!
And then Yuki goes,
You guys will laugh at how many times he does that and how ironic and stupid it is. So, Heck, right, okay.
"Damn, my guys."
She has to work on this fucking bridge so that you can do everything. So Heck is no longer playable character.
What?
But Alfina joins back.
Oh. Bad character? Is she
Yeah.
good again?
Yeah, she's a good guy. She's fine, perfect fine.
I don't know.
always-
Is she
she's
good
always
in
fun.
combat again?
And yeah. And Heck's like, "Oh yeah, let me give you my special move that does a lot of damage." And she's like, "Cool." Base. Now Alfina's OP.
Let's go.
So you guys go and fucking kill Zorn. And you go in there and he's like, "Hatred will overcome your love."
Wait, so why is Heck building a bridge?
So that you can fight him, because he's like in the sky and shit. So she's like creating this spectral bridge that you can walk across and
Oh,
fight
okay.
him in the abyss.
I thought she was like fucking busting out the mortar and pestle and fucking making a bridge. You know, making
Fortnite?
cement.
Is she
Yeah,
building
she's building with fucking Fortnite supplies.
She's like, guys, I'm running out of math.
He's doing the Egyptian strategy. Pyramids!
A fucking pyramid.
So now, oh shit, I missed a big part.
What?
Oh my god. Okay,
How
as
long
you're
was
going
it?
to fight Emilius for the first time, you're walking across this like desert land, and you see fucking Raven, and he's like, "Oh shit, I'm gonna go fucking kill Emilius." And Emilius and Raven are fighting, and they're like, "Brother," or they refer to each other as like fucking friend or some shit, and it's like, you weren't like this always." And Emilius is fucking kicking his ass, and he's like, and then Emilius fucking kills him right there. Just fucking stabs him.
Raven's dead?
Yeah, Emilius killed, like, fucking stabs him.
Dude,
and he
there was a fan,
falls,
there goes half
and
the
it's so
fucking
dramatic because
population.
it's like red light falling because all this like neon colored lights, His neon colored fucking lights are falling, and the party walks up there, and Donna's like, I love you.
Holy shit.
Does Yuki go, oh, Raven?
No.
Okay.
And then Donna does that.
Oh.
Hayden has discovered something.
He's wearing this shirt.
No one's gonna fucking understand.
No, you flip that around right now.
He's wearing a red shirt. He looks like the thumb
Spy Kids.
from Spy Kids. Me and Peyton discovered this.
So, yeah, fucking Raven dies, and Donna's like, oh shit, that's
Okay.
crazy.
Oh, you're right.
So then you
So,
go,
in killing like 12 people, Emilius has now killed half the world
Yeah, the thing,
population.
yeah, he killed pretty much
But he
killed
killed the killer. He's killing the killer.
but now he goes and like, Zorn, fucking die, and he jumps inside of Zorn and makes him vulnerable.
Amelius the killer.
You guys fight Zorn, you win, he's like, "Arr." And then fucking Emilius is there, but he's like turning into glass because he's been in contact with Zorn.
No.
And it's like, Alfina, I loved you, Alfina, blah, 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 be safe. Yuki, you're kind of cool and based, I guess. And then Alfina's like,
have sex with my sister, you know.
yeah, basically.
And Yuki
Yuki
gives
gets
it
that.
Roll credits. Right?
That's it?
In the credit scene, you see fucking Miranda and Alonzo fucking on a ship somewhere.
Really?
Nice.
Yuki and Alfina now have a child. You
They
see-
did fuck.
They
so
did.
They do fuck.
Oh, God, man, he's been trying to get that shit for years.
I don't remember seeing anything about Ulf, Donna, or Heck.
They fucked.
And
So you
I
don't
haven't-
actually
They had
fucking-
free
so
sex.
you- so you
I haven't
actually
done-
can, like, wait, okay.
I haven't beaten the game in like forever.
Okay, wait,
You
so
just stay at the end part because you don't need to fight Zorn because you can't save after that, which means you can't save any progress.
Wait, so what? Wait, so they killed Zorn?
Yeah, you kill Zorn, you win, the world's saved.
How did they kill him?
With the fucking
with
magic and
with a
weapons.
sword.
how hard is the boss fight?
It's not. It's actually one of the easier boss fights.
Fucking.
I would say the hardest.
I mean, they
boss
did
fight-
have Amelius fucking going off and killing everyone else.
That's true.
Amelius is one of the. Amelius should have been like the end game boss.
He should
Because
have
you're not very-
absorbed
You're
Zorn's
not very
power.
connected to Zorn.
Yeah, he should have like absorbed Zorn's power or something.
Yeah, and become just fucking the big fight. Because
And
you're
then-
like, oh, Zorn's like it's the big bad guy, but you've been dealing with Amelius.
Yeah,
the
and then
entire
you
time.
like finally kill Emilius, and he's like in his sister's arms, and he was like,
Yeah, he
he's
fucking
like,
dies.
and he's like, did
The good
I,
ending.
was I a good man?
Hey, she's like, bitch, you know!
I did it for us, Alvina!
Alright,
Well,
For us!
speedrunning technique.
Oh, I can't wait. I hope I can still dance.
Alright,
Look at the pros and cons of this game.
pros and cons of Grandia 3.
Oh, I like
Pros.
this.
Your ends look like H's to me, by the way.
Look, they did it to everybody. I don't know.
Combat.
Okay.
Combat is the pros.
Alright,
That's all I can think of.
Alright,
Speed running.
what about the
So-
sex scenes?
there
Oh wait,
is
we
no
made
memory.
those. Yeah, we invented those. I forgot
So
about
that's
that.
the only really great part. It's a very simplistic story, very linear. Now I could go off and write every single con, but I'm not gonna. It's kind of a bit. I will go through and say my piece though. The story is very linear. It's very driven in one direction. There's not much freedom for an RPG. There are like 2 side quests, and it feels disgusting.
Okay.
A lot of the characters are very simple and don't grow. The only characters that grow throughout the entire story are Miranda, because she like learns to let go of Yuki.
Oh yeah. She
Fucking,
grows up.
She does, bro. She gets fucking man to
I don't
grow.
know. She's the only one I can really think of. I mean, I guess Emilius has that scene where he's like, "Oh shit, I'm a bad guy."
Yuki's
I'm
not
a
going
Yuki doesn't
bad.
change at all.
Oh no! The first villain, the first big boss.
Oh,
He had the
Cornell decides to fuck off.
Yeah, he had a lot of
Character
character
growth.
growth.
He said, man, this game's shit.
He said, "Man, they kicked my ass 6 times. I'm tired of this."
He went home. He fucking went home.
he went
Imagine
home.
Team Rocket,
He's
right?
like, so I'm going to watch. Imagine Team Rocket. But
And
one
James
day,
is-
James just decides, no, I'm not gonna do this anymore.
This kid, this punk just keeps beating my ass.
Yeah. Imagine
He is
James.
12 years old!
Imagine James just fucks off one day and it's
12-year-old
just
kid.
Jesse.
Well, look at his
Yellow
whooping
rat
ass with
keeps
a
kicking
14
my
fucking
ass.
I'm out.
Fuck you, Team Rocket. I'm going home.
So I will say this.
Let's go, Jigglypuff.
That is basically it from the lecture, but I do want to give you guys a little bonus part. The speed running and how
Okay.
it goes. So you beat the game normally, but there are items that you can only get through the gambling minigame.
Oh. With that one
And
bitch?
It
That
is
got kicked out of
there's
town?
warping boots that allow you to like not have to walk during combat,
Mhm.
so you can just warp to your enemy and attack them. It speeds up combat a little bit. There's a few other items you need, and the speed run is 2 hours of you getting to that point where you can gamble, and RNG to see if you can fucking get the items quick enough. That's all the speedrun is. It's 2 hours of doing that, and then 4 hours of just pressing X over and over and over, rolling the dice, spending coins. Save quitting when you lose so that you don't lose all your points until you get enough that you don't need to save quit. That's
I
all it
feel
is.
like it would just be faster to just normally play the game.
No, it's not. Once you get to warp boots, the gambler sword, and a few other items, you can just run through anything.
How does
Can we do that when we play this game?
Yeah, I can do the.
How does the
Alright.
game
We're gonna be here for a while.
It'll
okay,
only
so
be
it's
6 hours.
It's 12 cards, alright? And you get to set them up in a 10-card array, so 2 of the cards are thrown away. A 3 and 11 are worth double the points, and you're rolling 2 sets of dice. So you roll 2 dice, alright? And you slide forward the card that you get if you get a card. If you don't get a card, you don't get any. You roll the dice 5 times. So 12 cards, you roll the dice 5 times. If you get double ones, which is a 2, which isn't a card, but that isn't a failure, you get 10 times the amount earned back. If you roll a 12, it's auto game over, you lose. And a 3 and an 11 are like maximum points or whatever, double points. So you want to set it up in a 5-card arrangement where you can get a 3 and an 11 and 3 normal cards, which give you about 500 times your input value back, and that way you can buy everything in the store.
Okay.
But to get that, it's very low RNG.
So you can just get like everything.
You can get everything. You can get a lot of the cool. There's an overpowered mana egg. There's an overpowered book that increases your skills. There's an OP set of boots. OP set of there's rune armor, which gives you 99 resistance to magic, or 55 resistance to magic, 55 armor.
Alright, so what's your final thoughts on Grandia 3?
I wish it was a better game.
True.
I think everyone does.
Combat's okay.
I think everyone wishes. Here, I'll go around the room. Hayden, what do you wish about Grandia?
It's a fever dream.
Oh, I wish they were all naked. That'd make Grandia 3 so
I wish
much
they
better.
made Grandia 3 like in 2015 to where they could have actual
Have sex.
good character models and have
I
sex.
wish that they just didn't make it.
What
You
do
know
you
what? I'm
think?
gonna say that one. I wish that Chris just didn't have to deal with it.
I think it was a good game.
Well, you can put your ideas on it later after we play through it.
Yeah, I can't wait.
All
Alright,
right.
we managed to keep this on one SD card as well, so I'm very proud. It's only about an
Yeah,
hour.
it's Grandia
40
3.
minutes.
It's about an hour.
The story's like an hour. The game's like
Has it really been an hour?
It's been an hour and 40 minutes.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my!
So,
Alright, well, thank you everyone for tuning in
yeah,
to the Chimkin
thanks.
podcast.
no, the Chimkin University. Chimkin
Chimkin-
podcast is separate. They
Yeah,
stole.
they stole
They
our-
stole our fucking shit. Alright, go back to in your hovel.
Alright.
That's about it.